Yeah, i-check ko yung phone ko. Live mo siya, ate.
Naka-live na siya.
Check ko, ha.
Check ko rin yung phone.
Ako ba mag-introduce sa kanya?
Yeah, ikaw, Janice.
Wala, hindi ako ready, pero okay lang.
Nakikita kita.
Tingnan ko yung live natin, ha. Wait lang. Ay, oo. Ang weird. Bakit hindi kita makita? Okay naman. Ang weird.
Hi, Mary Joy. Hello.
Nakakapanibago kasi kapag hindi nakikita yung sarili ko.
I know that's weird. Pero nakikita mo yung sarili mo?
Bakit ganun? Parang oily ba yung face ko? Parang, no?
Hindi naman.
Sa screen ko, para siyang oily. Wait nga. Check ko sa isang phone ko lang. Alam mo, may mga in-invite ako. Di ko alam kung pupunta sila. Pero may mga in-invite ako kanina dun sa ano ba sa live.
Hopefully, we'll have, kasi napasabay eh. Si Sally pala naka-live. Si Ate Lynn naka-live din. So,
As
we'll
in,
see. It's okay. Whoever's in there, but I just want at least si Alex. Let me see here.
okay lang. Pwede naman sila mag-replay eh.
Replay, yeah.
Chocolate nga. Oo, yung parang oily ako. Ba't gano'n? Hindi naman.
Hindi naman. Tinitingnan ko nga to close up eh. Hindi naman siya oily.
Ayusin ko nga yung hair ko. Kasi kalilibo ko lang, ate.
Hi, Glory! Good morning!
Dito ba kayo sa live, di ba?
Morning, guys! Sinong naandyan?
Hi, guys! Good morning! Ano meron? Bakit may live si Arisali? Ano meron? Di ko alam.
Members, ano daw niya? Members night. Raffle.
Ganon.
Oo.
Hindi ko alam kasi na may schedule sila. Hindi ko naman nakikita eh.
I know. Ako din eh. Kasi ang hinabol ko kasi yung schedule ni Alex kasi busy daw siya. Sabi ko, okay, kung hindi na siya pwede in 2 weeks from now, ngayon ako available. So sabi niya, yeah, let's do it. Hi, MC! Shout out 7 million in the house. So we're just waiting for our special guest. He's also waiting on the other line. So we'll see how it goes. Si Ibski ba? Anong oras kay Ibski ngayon?
Gising na yun. Nandun yan sa GC kanina.
Sana maka-join siya, Ibski. Come on.
Hi, Maria! Bakit ano ba kanina ba naman siguro sila nag-start?
Oo, 10 o'clock dyan. Nag-start na sila.
Patapos na yun.
Yeah. Ano lang sila. Roleta. Members Roleta. Yan. Sabihan mo ako pag isi-send ko na yung link sa kanya. What do you think?
Sige po, ate. Mag-antay-antay lang tayo ng konti.
Antay lang tayo para naman yung bisita natin is ano. Let's see.
Okay. Wait. Hi, Glory Jane, Carol, Mary Jenna, Ariola, hello. Sarah May. Napasugod ko si Ate Sally. Ay, naku, bakit ganito ang aking signal? Signal ko ba ang may problema?
Ay. Ganon.
Hi, Jonathan. Ay, si Jonathan. Asan si Ma'am Jeanette? Guess
Wait
nakita niyo
lang.
ay si Jeanette pala. Jonathan. Ay, si Jonathan. Asan si...
Wait a minute. Paano ko ba isi-send tong ano to? StreamYard, copied. Saan ko ba to? Send ko muna sa ano. Kasi sa... Bakit hindi ko ma-send sa kanya? Paano ba 'to? Forward. Copy.
Wait lang. Hmm.
Tama ba yun? Bakit 'pag pino-forward ko sa kanya ay Facebook ang lumalabas? Entering studio, accept all. Allow mic, allow.
Hi, Mary Joy! Hindi ko talaga alam kung nasaan ang aking monitor. John Cat, Desiree, wait lang guys. Eliza. Wait lang natin yung ating guest guys ha. Sarap naman.
Yan, nandiyan na siya, Janice. Introduce natin siya in a bit. Ipasok na ba natin or wait pa lang. 8 people in the house pa tayo. Hi, AGP! Shout out to you!
Ay, wait lang. I-ano ko muna siya i-share.
Happy New Year, AGP. Happy New Year to all na mga bagong pasok. Today, hi, IC! We're gonna speak English today as much as possible.
It's weird. It's weird kasi hindi ko makikita yung screen. Nakakaloka.
Like even me, hindi mo ako makita.
Hindi po. Kailangan ko ng isang monitor talaga.
That's weird.
Kaya
So,
nga.
so Alex is on the other line. We'll add him on the stage before. We just need to have Janice introduce him. Vince, shout out. Happy New Year. Dahlia, shout out. Mr. Sue, shout out.
Uy, Mr. Su! Nice to see you,
Mr.
Mr.
Sue,
Su.
join us later after the Q&A. Guys,
Yeah.
you can also join the Q&A later because we were gonna have our special guest.
Yeah.
Hi,
Okay.
Eliza.
Hello, Eliza, Jeanette.
All right.
Si Jeanette ang panlaban natin sa Inglesan. Everybody guys, please, I know you can speak English. Si Ma'am Jeanette magaling yan mag-English.
I know, Jeanette, please do the favor. I hope hindi mo nga ako makita. Guys, can you see me clearly?
Okay naman ate. Manay Feli, Glory Jane,
Hi,
Eliza,
Feli.
Dahlia. Si Ma'am Jeanette ang panlaban sa Inglesan, ha?
Yeah, we'll try our best, guys.
Hindi ko alam kung paano ko introduce si Alex, pero bahala na.
Practice impromptu na lang. Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna have our special guest. He's waiting on the backstage.
Yeah. So already okay na ate?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
16 million in the house. Shout out to you guys. We'll see how it goes today. I hope you'll
Yeah.
enjoy and take notes because later you never know. So good
Yeah.
from Sisali. Thank you, Sisali.
Ayan. So guys, good morning everyone and welcome to Simply Vesa. So the channel changed to, ate yung name mo, hindi mo man pinalitan sa screen mo.
I know. That's something I missed.
Hi Manilyn! Kabado si Ma'am Ja. Hindi ko nga alam na may pa-intro pala siya. Sige lang, I'm just thinking something lang. Kasi
Yeah,
baka
I will.
magkamali ako, di ba? Tapos yung noo ko parang ang laki sa screen.
Can I add him because he's
Oo, ate, i-add mo na siya.
Yeah.
I-mute, sabihin mo mag-mute lang muna kasi introduce ko. Hindi, introduce ko pa siya. Mamaya, kasi hindi ba yan siya marunong mag-ano. Baka mamaya bigla siya salita.
Yeah, no, I muted him.
Okay.
Alex,
Okay, guys.
Just remain on mute, Alex, because Janice will make some introduction for you.
Hi, guys. Good morning. Once again, this is Janice the Explorer and our host, Simply Vesa. And welcome to the live. So today, guys, Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you had a great holidays the past 2025. And sana yung mga nandyan na manonood and hoping guys now you will like the show today. So we're having a random show like this, even in my channel, of course, with Simply Vesa. So, okay, our guest today is someone truly inspiring, known for his passion, maybe experience, and genuine personality. He brings value, insights, and stories that many of us can relate to. So we're honored and excited to have him with us today. Please help me welcome our special guest, Foreigner in Asia, or AKA Alex.
Hi, Alex. Can you hear us? Thank you, everyone. And again, let's welcome our very special and our very first guest for Simply Vesa channel, YouTube
Yeah.
channel, and with my co-host Janice, the Explorer. Let's all welcome our Santa Alex.
Yeah.
Give him a warm up.
AKA Santa Alex. I forgot it.
Yeah. So Alex, you can unmute and say a little bit of anything that you wanted to share.
Hindi na.
Alex, are you there? Because Alex is really not a YouTuber, so we will see if he can able to navigate this StreamYard. Can you hear us, Alex? Walang boses. Yeah.
Mm.
Are we? Let me see if he sent me a message.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear us?
Hi, Vince,
Can you
Jonathan.
hear us, guys? Sino walang boses? You can't hear us or oh, uh,
Thank you sa pag-share.
thanks for sharing, guys. Alex, you can say hi to everyone, and in 2 minutes we can start the Q&A. But we're not gonna grill you. Oh, he's trying to speak. Can you try to unmute on your end? Are we having some? But he's not muted.
Baka nakamute. Your microphone, can you unmute your
The
microphone?
microphone icon, Alex, you can just remove the cross out. That means you are mute if it's crossed out like that. Yeah, make sure that your screen is like this. Like your microphone is supposed to be like that.
It says mic working.
It's
Oh,
working
yeah.
now. Alex, we can hear you now.
Okay. Well,
Perfect.
hello everyone and happy New Year.
Have did you hear our introduction or Janice's introduction about you?
I did. Thank you.
Perfect. I just want to make sure you didn't miss that one because that's very important. And again, thank you so much for gracing our uh, very first segment for my channel, Simply Vesa. And of course, ever since Janice has been the one who's supporting me on this YouTube journey. And with that, I'm hoping that we can bless a lot of people with this kind of segment that we're planning to do. And thank you so much. This is going to be so meaningful for all of us because I do really appreciate the way you touch my channel. So everybody knows how you are very generous and very giving to a lot of channel, and you extended it to Coffee Break with Vesa slash Simply Vesa and to majority of us like Janice and Ivesky. So we thank you, and with that, if you're ready, we are ready for something to know more about you, like simple things, and maybe we can do extremely deeper. So we'll see how it goes. This is very impromptu, especially to Alex and Janice. By the way, Alex, I didn't share the questions to Janice. So this will be really, really like impromptu for both of you.
You're not kidding.
You can always say pass on the question if you don't feel like answering it. So there will be no pressure. But if you're brave enough to answer those questions, That will be great for all our viewers too.
Bring it.
Bring it on. We don't have anybody to play some music. So Janice, can you help me with cheering the crowd? And also
Paano?
Alex, just a heads up, you can also probably read the comments below. Maybe they have a follow-up question. But to start with, of course, in all interviews, a lot of people will be curious who is really Santa Alex,
Ay,
who is
sorry.
a foreigner in Asia, who
Kasi
is
wala rin
Alex,
akong option ng ano ba?
yeah, who is really Alex out not in YouTube or behind the camera. So let's see, to start with, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So that's a very open question. Where would you like to begin and ask me specific things?
Okay. So if you don't mind, you can tell us briefly if you were born in here in the US, or you have a different country that you grew up with. So it's basically where you came from.
So I was born originally in the Philippines, and I grew up in Quezon City in an orphanage. I lived there for about 6 years in orphanage. But I
Wow.
also spent time 3 years in Bicol as a child from the time I was about 3 to 6 years old. But that's not how I started out. We actually started out in a fancy house, but then we became very poor, really poor.
Oh.
So I lived in a hut. I know what it's like to have no electricity, no running water. We had to wash our clothes in the river, go down to the community well pump and bring our buckets of water and bring it to the hut. So I know poverty very, very well. So we could start with that. Would you like to know more? And what part do you want to know more of?
Okay, so you mentioned about orphanage, if you don't mind. So, and Bicol also is a key word, because you know what? I don't know if, because Janice didn't mention that to me. Our co-host Janice, the explorers from originally from Bicol. So what a coincidence. Yeah. So yeah, it's a beautiful province too. But you kind of mentioned about being or living for 6 years in the orphanage. So can you kind of give us a little bit of a history about that?
So it's an interesting question you asked me, and I'll answer you truthfully. When I was in the orphanage, I was not very happy because I did not want to be separated from my mother.
Mm,
But we were very poor, and my mother was very sick. So she had to give up her basic children. And so I had to be basically like a little man at 6 years old because I had to take care of myself. And I grew up very, very fast
wow.
because I had to be basically like a little man and to look after me. And so but my mom would visit us from time to time, maybe once or twice a year or something. And I hated being separated from her. She was the very first woman I've ever loved, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but she raised me well. She was tough when she,
Oh, oh, yeah, that was really like a very, very strong to start with. I think it's a very thank you for your honesty, and thank you for trusting us here to share your personal life. I know it's not easy, and it is really already inspiring hearing the first two questions I've asked and you truthfully answer it. So it really touched me, and I'm sure all the viewers were really like so touched with with how your life started. And I know there's always a reason behind it. Like, it's not easy. It's not easy decision for anyone to ended up like that, especially being a mother. So I have no comment for that. I do have high respect for anybody, whatever the reasons behind it. There's no judgment for that. So, but you're here in front of us, and we're gonna go deep dive more on how how Alex have grown up more than maturely with regards to your previous experience. So thank you, Alex. Let me see if I do have. I don't have a follow up questions. I think we can read between the lines. How you fought for your life, how you raised yourself, how you become matured on your own, and it's just basically, I know it is a roller coaster when you got started. Like you mentioned, you live in an inipa hut without power, electricity, and water. That's very tough. And you know what? Those kind of challenges, I guess, makes us stronger, wiser, smarter. And look, I can tell already why you are in your position right now. It's because those life lessons have taught you to become whoever you are right now. You're a very strong person from Evan, 1988. So let me just make sure I also manage our live stream. I will add a moderator to you. Thank you so much for that comment. Gwen, he's a strong man because of his experience. So yeah, so Alex, thank you. So um I know it is kind of like very serious to start with, but when you're growing up or like, like on your younger days, do you have let me switch the story in a little bit lighter way. We wanted to know you how like what's your favorite food and stuff like that or hobby, but let's just do it like a little bit lighter way. Like I wanted in my questionnaires, I have some questions like what is your favorite food, either Filipino food or American food?
Where's Alex?
Did we lose Alex?
No, he's still there, but we can't hear you.
Can't hear you, Alex.
Let me.
Oh yeah.
I said my heart has never left the Philippines in terms of food. It's always
Oh,
been my favorite. While at the same time, because I was raised here in my teenage years in the United States, I've obviously learned to love all the different American foods as well. But it never replaced my original taste buds of the Philippines.
do you have any specific food that you like?
I like pancit. I like chicken adobo, sinigang, kare kare. You know,
It's like a
there's a
buffet,
lot.
Filipino buffet.
Yeah, there's a lot of foods that I'd like, but I don't remember what they are. I mean, saman is good. Halo
So
halo. It's
mhm.
yeah.
Nice. Those are majority of the food that Janice can cook. So Alex, like, do you cook? Do you know how to cook Filipino food?
I do some, but most of the food I make is American food,
Iyak
obviously.
naman nila. Gabi may interview pa.
Uh,
So yeah.
Karoon lang.
American. Okay. So I know, I mean, see, when you wanted to know people, get to know people, it's mostly you wanted to know like what their favorite food. And of course, we wanted to also know what do you do on your, I mean, we wanted to know what's your, what you do as a profession and what do you do when you're not at work or in your business. That's two questions back to back.
So you're asking for my hobbies and the things I'm interested in. Is that correct?
Let's ask first what's your profession and then what do you do when you don't work or your hobby when you don't work.
So I've had many different careers in my life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what part you want to know. If you just want to know just what I do now or what I have done in the past, because
Ah,
I've had many different professions.
we have time right now, so if you don't mind, you can briefly share with us so we can get to know you better. What's your previous like career and then the current one?
So I was actually proud to start off as a teenager back in the 80s. I used to make $700 a week. And when you translate that in today's money, can you imagine a teenager, a 16-year-old boy making
Mm-hmm.
$2,000 a week now? That's what it's worth.
Wow.
Okay. So I was a hard worker. I mowed 40 lawns a week as a teenager. I worked from very early in the morning where the sun didn't go up yet, and I'd come home at night where the sun went down already. It was dark. So I was a hardworking kid back then already. My ethics of work was established because my mother taught me those things as a young boy. So that's the first part. Then I became, by the time I was 19 years old, I already was an established locksmith for about 5 years. Then I
Hmm.
went to electronic and computer engineering. I spent about 15 years as a computer engineer in charge of companies' networks and businesses, from office buildings to let have 200 or 300 people in it, and I'd be the man in charge of all the computers. So that was part of it. Then I went into real estate renovations after
Mhm.
that. I had my own business doing real estate back in 2000, all the way into now on and off, where I basically bought and sold houses, repaired them, sold them, that kind of thing. And then I also did, after that, I became a top salesperson in insurance, in life insurance.
Oh.
And nobody could beat me for 5 years because I went from, I did not start off that way. I did not have any sales skill at the beginning, but it became a legend in the office because I was breaking records in two different companies. I was establishing and breaking records, and they didn't understand how I was doing it. But I did it because I taught myself sales through learning through books and learning from others. And so I got really good at it. At that time, I was probably making like $200 an hour, which was a lot in the state of Florida. A man that makes that kind of money is he's
Mhm.
well to do. Okay, so that's what I did. Um, then I also went into property management. That was very interesting. Property management, I basically had to put my life on the line because I turn around neighborhoods with police between drug bust, prostitution, all kinds of people that did not want to, you don't want to be around with. I'd lived through that, and I cleaned out the town, and they would hear my name 30 blocks away because I established a reputation. Basically, you could kind of say I was a warden in a way. I did not tolerate foolishness from people and violence, and so that's what I was doing. And from there, since I was working with the police, they offered me a job as a policeman because of my courage. But I did not want that on a day-to-day basis. But that's that. And then since then, I have been part of a real estate. Since then, my passion is real estate, and that's what I'm going to do in the Philippines. But also on top of that, I'm going to be an author. I've already finished one book, and so I've got other companies that I have lined up with to basically publish my books with me. And then I have about 50 to 100 books to write. That's just part of it. Between that and real estate is what I'm going to combine. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, but I think, yeah, that was truly, truly inspiring. A lot of people down on the comment sections are saying that you are very, hardworking, very inspiring. MC said that she is so proud of you, what you become, and wow, everybody says, I think, like it's very like inspiring, and it's too much to mention your success. But I think we expedited that question. I wanted to know what how you were able to go to United States, if you don't mind answering that. I wanted to know, if I only knew from the beginning your background, your story, my thumbnail will be like this. I will have a slogan for you. The thing that I can put as on my thumbnail should be from Nipahat to the land of opportunity. Yeah, so I don't know how. Can you grace us that question? Answer, give us a brief history how you work your way up here in the United States. Because we all have different stories. I do have different story, and I mentioned that to Janice. So like when I share my stories, people thinks that I passed through the hole of the needle, and that's how I got here in United States. So maybe nobody knows my story except for Janice and just a few of my YouTube friends like Atilin O. But one of this day, I will share my story in the right timing. But Alex, we wanted to hear if you are comfortable enough to share that with us, how and to inspire us from from where you at before you are now here in Florida. You're there in Florida now.
Yes. So I spent 6 years in the orphanage, obviously, and the
Mm-hmm.
purpose of being in an orphanage is to be adopted. It took 6 years to get adopted, while some kids get adopted in a year or 2 years. So we waited 6 years to get adopted. I had siblings, and finally we got adopted. And before my teenage years, I was basically came to United States, and my parents were blonde haired, blue eyed people. They were
Wow.
Irish and German people, and so, however, they were not very nice. They had no business adopting children because they did not know how to treat children. What they have taught me is to be kind because of their cruelty. I knew I was going to do the opposite of what they did, but I had to live through that. And I moved out when I was 17 years old out of the house. Basically started my manhood at 17 years old, and I never moved back home. If that tells you anything, it's a very bad, abusive, emotional, mentally, and physically type situation. Okay, that's
Yeah.
all I'm going to say about that part of it. But that's
Mm-hmm.
why I never wanted to be home, because I was mowing lawns, but I also did all kinds of sports because I didn't want to be home. I was
Mm-hmm.
a competitive athlete. I should have gone to the Olympics in the world of wrestling because I'm extremely competitive.
Wow.
Wow.
Alex, that is really like a heartbreaking but inspiring as well. Because see, you've turned all your challenges into like a, like a stepping stone for you to be more successful. That didn't those struggles and those challenges didn't let put you down to be nobody. You created your own image based on the hardship, and look at you right now. We are hearing your stories. You're inspiring, and your stories most likely will learn something from it. I can tell already, like from the viewers. Evan, thank you so much, Evan 1988. So he kind of said that he likes the slogan that I kind of mentioned, that from Nipa Hut to the land of opportunities, which is very inspiring for Alex. I wish I knew that from the beginning, because I could have created more for you. Because Alex, just to let you know, I'm a mass communication graduate in the Philippines in FEU. So I like to write as well, and I kind of already see that your story, you can write a different chapters, book for your life itself. It's gonna be a different, series of books if you really is interested to kind of share your stories. It's very, very inspiring.
Well, thank you. I was thinking about that recently, and I thought about the title of the book would have been "Against All Odds to
Yeah.
Victory." You know, and
Mm-hmm.
so and I'm only scratching the surface of some of the things that I've had to struggle and triumph and overcome,
Mm-hmm.
because we only have so many minutes here. But if I ever write my story, it would be something much deeper, and I believe it will inspire more people when I finally do it. And I have a friend of mine that I've been friends with for a long time, for probably 20 years. He's like 98 years old now, and he told me, I've met a lot of people in my time. He says, you're backward in your story. He says you should tell about your story and then write a book about your story, because I've never met anyone like you. And he says you turn out to be a fine young gentleman. And that's what he had to say about me. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. You know what, Alex, on my side comment, this is not part of my questionnaires here. With the story that we heard from you, it's just briefly in just a matter of 15 minutes. We went like, it's like an example of like you're just in the shore, and now we went all the way in scuba diving all the way down on the sea to get to know you that fast. But You know, I am encouraging you. This is just like a side comment. I'm encouraging you to kind of share your word of wisdom, your stories, your inspirational talks, because you know what, there's a lot of people who needs a motivational speech like that, or a motivational book, because with you are very aware that even when, 10 years from now, when we talk about problems, the word depression, anxiety are not common. But recently, it's just like after pandemic, we heard about a lot of kids, young generations are into depressions, anxiety, and we can't judge that. There are so many things going on, but I'm hoping that you can enlighten a lot of kids and save their lives when they hear your stories. Like what I mentioned to you, when, based on Janice's background, when she kind of talked to me, I said, you could probably have your own podcast, sharing good stories, lifting someone's souls. Because you never know, like someone could just probably just scrolling on their phone and hear your voice, and you could probably save a life. And that's how I see you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This is very intense, guys. Janice, how are you in there?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just listening, ate. Because one of the about Alex, I know about him a little because he told me before.
Mhm.
So, hindi na ako nagulat, kumbaga. Alam ko na yung life niya. Hindi ko lang alam, baka meron pa sa in your question, maybe there's more that I didn't know. So, let's see.
So, can I tell you something that, in a lighter note, some of my hobbies?
Yes, yes. I'm about to follow up on that. So yeah, go ahead. I know one, writing.
Yes, I am an avid reader. I think I told Janice that I own over 4,000 books in my library. Okay,
Wow.
and I have spent 6,000 hours studying health, diseases, and nutrition. Basically, I'm like a little mini doctor, sort of. Okay, I
Mm.
know things that doctors do not know, and I did not learn in medical school because they're in mainstream medical field, and that is not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be in prevention and reversal of diseases. But that's
Oh,
all I'm going to say about that. But I've also I'm a scuba diver. I'm a certified scuba diver. I've logged over 300 dives.
wow.
I've
Wow.
dove in caves where it's pitch
Sana all.
black. I've dove in all kinds of oceans, different parts of states, springs, and all kinds of stuff. I played golf. Um, I think I told you that back in high school, I was a high school wrestler. I should have been a two-time state champion because nobody could beat me in the last 2 years, but I dropped out of high school. But I went back and got my GED and then went to college. So that's part of it. I'm obviously I'm a dancer. I took 2 years of lessons of doing ballroom dancing. I learned 12 forms of dance.
Wow.
And so
You're
I understand,
multi-talented.
I understand a little about romance, and I know how to dance with a woman in a romantic way.
It's like that's a salsa dance,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
There's the merengue,
Merengue, yeah.
and there's bolero. Bolero is very sensual kind of dance between a man and a woman. I mean, that's something that if I showed Janice, I should be blushing.
Oh my goodness, Janice, if you probably met Alex in the Philippines, be ready. You're going to be probably in the ocean one day, and one day ended up in the dance floor.
Oh my God.
But, well, she likes to dance anyway, so that's not
So,
a
so,
problem for
so
her.
here's another thing that I've learned. I have learned that I'm actually, because when I became a sales trainer, that I actually have the ability to break complicated matters into simple things, in some simple steps. And I became a very patient teacher. And I know Janice is afraid to jump into the water and all that other stuff, but I can actually help her through the fear of that and how to be comfortable with it because I know what it takes to do it and do it step by step. And most people cannot teach, and I have the ability to teach. So
Mhm.
I just want to give that as a side note. Okay. Um, I love I love this game called cornhole. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm very competitive in that. I used to work at a place where they used to have 200 people, and I went from nobody to become number one in 6 months. Nobody could beat me. So
Wow.
when I apply myself and discipline, whatever I don't know today, I will master. It's just a matter of time because I have the discipline. Okay, because I do not take failure as an option. I find a way to win every single time. It's just my mindset's very different. Okay. I don't know where I got it. Maybe it's because my very rough childhood. I
Mm-hmm.
became an extreme, intense person as a result of it. I have hyper focused vision to be able to accomplish the things that the average person basically gives up on. Okay. So I have determination and focus. But go ahead.
Yeah, but I think, yeah. So when you were sharing that, we kind of, like, agreed in one word that I said, that's being just mindset. How you turn your struggle into success. That is really, really tough to be disciplined when you are struggling at the same time. But you did it, and you are, it's just a matter of making a habit for yourself, I guess, and talking to yourself and say, you can do it. You can reverse. It's just kind of like doing reverse psychology. I know it's tough. Life is giving you a tough one, but you are there to dare what life, is ahead of you. And I can tell that you succeed. But see, I already know what's your strengths. I've seen that you are very mindful of what you do. You don't let failure just, define yourself. You're very mindful of what you do, and you're striving hard. When you failed, you don't want failure to just, you know let you down. So
Can I
now,
address failure real quick?
yes, go ahead.
Failure is
Thank you,
only,
Evan.
people
Mhm.
need to understand this. Okay. This is a learning point.
Yes.
Failure is only an event. It's up to you the meaning you give behind the event. It is Failure is an opportunity to learn, to try better next time, to
Mm-hmm.
eventually succeed as a result of persistence. But there is no such thing as failure if you're learning from the event. People
Yes.
do not need to have failure as, oh, I'm going to fail in this marriage, or I'm going to fail in this. If you are learning forward, it is not a failure. Okay, you have to have a winning mentality.
I like that. Yeah, that's a good note for to have a winning mentality. On my end, I always say, let's claim that. I always want to think of positive outcome to anything, any
Mm.
struggles or any problems. I always say, like, oh, this will surpass, but you need to think of something how you will not be ended up on that struggle or that problem. Which I always have that positive thoughts, positive mind, and
Yeah.
turn into the problem into a positive result. Very well said. And thank you, Evan, for your super chat. Janice, you're so gorgeous from Evan. Thank you for the side comment. So now, Alex, we've learned a lot of your strengths, a lot to mention, and I can already see that a major strength that you have is your discipline, and you're really like pushing, and it's not like you're ignoring failure, but you're using failure to as as a ladder for your success. You don't let failure just put you down. Now my follow-up question is, can you tell us what's your weakness? you know um
So let me address that thing you just mentioned about the discipline. Let
mhm.
me give a definition that I believe will inspire people if they can look at it in a very specific way. Let me define what discipline is. A mentor of mine that I've learned about 20 years ago, and he's basically almost a billionaire, but he's dead now, okay? And he says this: discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Think about that for a second. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. And he also said this: work harder on yourself than you do on your job. In other words, while you're working at regular job, in the evenings and weekends, develop the skills that you need, whether it means schooling or training or something else, to make yourself more valuable than you are at the moment at your job, so that you become a doctor, a lawyer, whatever it is that you want to achieve. But you have to be willing to put the work. And I've always been a hard worker. And so that's how I win in life. But anyway, that's I just want to touch on the discipline part of it. Go ahead.
That's good. Yeah. And I do agree. I do agree with you too. Yeah. So now are you ready to share with us your weakness?
Okay. My weakness, and I think Janice knows this a little bit, and I kind of irritate her sometimes, is I have a tendency sometimes to remind people and to repeat something that I've already said before. And the only reason for that is this, because I know this about psychology. The billionaire guy I told you about, he says repetition is the mother of retention. You can say something once, but it doesn't mean they really understood it the first time, because sometimes they miss it, they get distracted. So when you remind them of the same situation, it kind of reinforces whatever it is that they may have missed the first time. There is no second guessing the second time they hear it, or the third. But that's the only reason. It is not to irritate, it is just to help them to remind or to learn the lesson of whatever it was that I was mentioning. But go ahead.
Do you think that is kind of like it's just a matter of how you say it, or sometimes people might misunderstood, or like the tone of how you repeat the question or repeat the situation. It might be, it depends on the tone, I guess. Because me, I
Absolutely.
know, yeah, because for me, I understand that part. Like, if my husband will repeat what he asked me to do the second time or the third time, yeah, of course, that's very irritating. But it's irritating when you haven't done it. It's just like, oh, are you, for example, let's say, we have to plan doing the laundry on Saturday. Then it's only Thursday and you're gonna repeat the same thing. You're doing the laundry on Saturday, so that's different. But I know, I think you're talking about more on not just routines or like tasks, but it's more on like what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, in a scenario of that laundry you use an example, you have to have you give that person the opportunity to correct the situation. Give them the time to do
Yeah.
that, right? And
Yes.
so, but you also have to allow them to make the mistakes, and sometimes they have to learn the hard way. And it's you feel helpless that they have to go through that pain because they're not learning the lesson, but yet there's nothing you can do about it. It's up to them, right? It's their choice.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
hopefully that they're learning along the way, but that's it. But anyway, let's go ahead. That's my weakness. The second weakness is organization. I could, so in other words, if I wanted to expand my business faster, I would have to hire different people to specifically deal with the task of organizing things,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm very very good at all the different aspects of business, but organization is not my thing, right? But go
Yeah.
ahead.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. At least you're addressing your weakness and you know how to deal with it. So that's good. Yeah, I know some people might be on our chat. I know they're waiting for anything related to relationship or like about your love life. We're gonna go that on the later. Like that will be our last segment for this interview. So
Oh
guys,
boy.
and for that, we're still like trying to learn and get to know our guest, Santa Alex. They're curious, Alex, why are you off cam? Why are you a shy type, camera shy? You don't want to be to kind of be like showing your camera right now.
It's interesting because I have been a public speaker. I've spoken in front of 500 people in
Yes.
front of me before, right? But at the same time, anytime I can avoid a camera, I will avoid a camera. But however, if I had to be with somebody that they're working with camera, I would have to do it because now I don't have a choice. I have to support them. So now I have to be in front of camera. Right now, I don't have to answer to anybody. So if
Yeah.
I don't want to be in camera, I don't want to be in camera because the main
Okay.
thing that you want is not the face; it's the message. If you
Mm-hmm.
can learn from the message rather than the face, it's you know I realize I'm not exactly an ugly guy, but still, I don't like being a camera. I might break your camera if I get on it. Just kidding.
Guys, let me answer that question for you guys. This is a joke. This is an answer, a joke comment. Okay, Alex, don't take this seriously. Guys, we're Alex is raising us for this Q&A for our first segment. He doesn't have talent fee. That's why. Maybe when there's talent fee, he'll show the camera.
Yeah, but
He
everybody, but
didn't.
but 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 everybody wants to see you just like for a while, you know.
Yeah, for a few minutes or for 2 seconds,
Well,
maybe five
yeah, two
seconds.
seconds maybe. How about that? We're not
Maybe
pressuring
later.
you.
Yeah, they already saw me in a thumbnail. Okay, I'm not a scary guy, so they saw the picture in front of the thumbnail. That's what I look like.
They
And,
might think that's an AI.
it is not an AI. However, I think you made a. I don't know if you modified it a little bit, but that's basically what it looked like. Um,
No,
but go ahead.
no, it's I didn't edit or I didn't modify it. Maybe the color enhanced a little bit, but no, it's
There's a message from Jen. Ma'am Shi Vesa did an amazing interview with Santa Alex.
oh,
He
thank you.
shared he shared more powerful motivational words, truly inspiring.
Yes, it did. I am. Alex, I'm that kind of person. That's why I told Janice I kind of like told Janice, like, Janice, I really wanted to interview Alex because I want people with sense. I'm sorry. Like, I want my channel with sense as well. It's
O
like,
ate, ako yung nagsabi sa'yo na interviewin mo siya.
I know I owe everything to just know because you know what? I was sharing with Janice, I've been planning this one.
Yeah.
This more like just an intro for you guys to understand. I've been I my as you can see on my first part of my first videos are more on interviews, in-person interviews of people, celebrity here, the Filipino celebrities, singers here in Los Angeles. But of
Yeah.
course, I'm working now. It's no longer work from home or pre-pandemic. Now I am super busy with my life, with being a caregiver to my mom who has dementia, and everybody knows that. And now I'm taking care of my niece as well as
Wow.
my sister is in the Philippines, so I kind of like adopted, not really 100% adopted, but there's I can tell you that outcome, Alex. But I'm a caregiver and at the same time a babysitter for probably a couple of years to my niece who's 5 years old. So it's like a handful task for me, and I want. Janice has been telling me, don't disregard your YouTube. You're earning, even though it's 1 cent or 2 cents. Don't. You work hard for it. You have a very good topic. You have a good heart. Because I will just tell Janice, let's have a game. That's it. But she said, like, no, you need to work on your channel. Like, post something because she just doesn't want to disregard what I started, and which is good. Now I'm more I was like telling Jens, I wanted to really do interviews. I wanted to do a talk show like this. And I'm glad that I found a very, very motivational, inspiring, and I think this is perfect launching for Simply Vesa. I kind of changed my name too to start fresh for this year. I'm so happy. Thank you for that comment, Jen. I appreciate that. That keeps me going.
I
Thank
agree
you.
with Janice.
I appreciate you too. And of course, I love talking like this. And like I mentioned, I am a graduate of mass communication. I wanted to be a newscaster in the Philippines, which I was part of GMA 7 also, guys, before when I started my on the job training. But things happened. I have to buy here in America and I choose that career than being in the TV. I mean, they're also getting me as an actress in the Philippines. But You can only choose one or another, Philippines or Los Angeles. Of course, I choose to
Yeah.
be in the land of opportunity, so that's why I'm here. But yeah, I think now it's not too late to pursue your career, and this is what I call career. Believe it or not, what I'm doing
Oh,
with Alex is,
ate,
yes.
sorry to interrupt. I just want to read the message because
Yes, go
everybody
ahead.
wants to see Alex. Like, I don't know if some will agree on this with me, but sometimes it's good to also see the one who is speaking because you also see his or her expression while talking. And then Gwen also that yes, Carol, of course it depends on him. Alex, you might want to grant the wishes of the viewers.
For a few seconds.
So let me tell you something about the Alex, the man that you know. While I do love people, okay, while I do want to grant their wishes, but I'm also not a people pleaser because I know what I want and I know what I stand for and I know my value. And so there are times, and I will promise this audience, whether I get to the Philippines or whatever, they will see my face. And if I'm talking, if you do a part two of this down the road when I get to the Philippines, I will show my face, okay? But not now.
Okay. Well, no pressure, guys. So there's gonna be a part two or three, I guess. So
sa
this
akin
is just a
sa akin
prelude.
Sa
Let's
akin
wait
lang
for,
siya nagpakita, guys. Wala rin naman siyang choice.
yeah.
I'm sorry, guys, that I can't give you what you need at this point, but it's there's certain things that when I have a certain thing set in my mind, I don't break for anybody, and so it's nothing personal to you. It's not
Mhm.
it's not about trying to hurt your feelings or anything like that. But because I am sensitive to those things, or
Yeah.
else I wouldn't be Santa Alex, right? They don't
Hi,
make any sense.
Respect
Jocelyn.
that. We respect that, and of course, we can't deny that the audience, or like our people, 19 million viewers down there, are very excited and eager to meet you. Why not, right? I am too, but I will give you some time, Alex. Take your time, and I know one of these days we'll see each other. So let's continue on, guys.
Let's do it.
I wanted to ask you more questions
Sure.
before we yeah, we were already taken so much of Alex's time, but
It's okay. It's okay.
yeah,
I'll stay here as long as you want.
we've learned a lot. But I have this, I'm pretty sure that that this will be easier for you, but I just wanted you to kind of describe this, um based on your experiences and stuff like that. Can you give us your opinion, feedback, or word of encouragement regarding these words? Okay, so guys, listen to this one. We all know that he's very inspiring already and really a motivational speaker, but we wanted to hear when these are like, hold on, one, two, three, four, five, six words, and can you describe or give us example, or maybe your experience based on this one? Okay. The first one is care. When you hear the word care, what can you say, or this can you describe that to us?
Care, as in CARE. That's what you're asking me, correct?
Yes, caring, care.
So I believe deeply in caring for those around you, to take care of your immediate family, and to take care of your friends. That is beginning of care. Care has to begin at home first. If you can't love and take care of the people around you, you can't go out to the communities and expect to love strangers. It starts with home. That's where it begins. Okay. And my mother showed me care. She loved me even though she had to give me up. Okay. And so I learned to love deeply as a result of the love that I've received from my mom. Okay. And I'm very dedicated to the people around me. And I take care of the people that is around me.
That's so true, and I do agree with that too. So yeah, I'm a family oriented too. Like what I mentioned to you, I'm 48 years old. I still have my parents living with me. It's the other way around. When I'm a kid, I they take care of me in the Philippines, and now I have my own family. I have to take them back to me so I can take care of them, especially now that they need a special care. So
Can I
yeah,
touch on that care a little bit?
go
At
ahead.
the height of the pandemic, because the reputation that I've established as a person of integrity, as a person that cares, somebody asked me once to take care of a 96-year-old man during the pandemic. The man went into the depression because his family was scared to see him because of the virus and all so on, right? I'm a
Uh-huh.
different person. I took that virus and studied it. And I went back 100 years in the study of virus from the doctor's notes and so on. It did not scare me at all. And I found a solution. And so basically, if you understand what iodine is, iodine, when you go into surgery, that's what they put around your cuts so that any kind of viruses doesn't go in there, and it fights viruses so you don't get an infection. So I found a doctor that gave basically an iodine you can spray up your nose so that
Mhm,
now whatever you're breathing in, it kills on contact. So
mhm,
now I'm not afraid of the virus. It kills that virus. But most people don't know this. And I took that man and I looked after him. And I basically temporarily gave up my place because he asked me to be with him and because he was depressed. And all of a sudden, I'm taking him to the store, meeting people. I took away his fear, and then his family started seeing him because they're realizing that how is this old man getting around and so on. So that's what I mean. That's the side of me that I care
mhm.
about other people, right? But anyway, that's that.
Wow. So did you take care of that guy for during just for a certain period of time during pandemic?
Yeah, for about a year, and until his health started declining because he wasn't doing the things he was supposed to do with medication and things like that. And then I had to do other tasks as a result of that. And so they assigned a full-time nurse to him, which obviously he died not too long after that because she didn't really know how to take care of him. But anyway, that's another topic.
Yeah. Okay. So the other word, then the next word that I want you to elaborate more based on how you perceive it is the word competence.
Confidence. Here's what I know about confidence. Confidence is developed by working through your fear. Okay. So if you're afraid to say, one of the worst things that people are afraid of is public speaking, right? They
Yeah.
don't want public speaking. The only way you can conquer that is to take a course and to actually go through it and face your fear. It doesn't matter what it is. Maybe you're afraid to swim. You have to face that pool or the ocean, whatever it is, and take a class and conquer that fear, right? And so and I saw, the video that Janice had about the paragliding. I
I
saw her
know.
going to her fear, right? And so she, I remember she was asking, "Hey, can you help me?" And she was kind of panic a little bit. I see she stepped away from her desk when we're talking about her, but she went through that fear, and so she went through the ride, right? And so I was so proud of her when she conquered that fear at that moment in time. But anyway, that's because that's where confidence comes from, by going through the fear, and then you build confidence muscles, so to speak. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. And then yeah, I for me, I'm the same as Janice. I'm scared of heights. So I don't know if I can dare myself to do anything related to that. I can even go to the 71st floor. I got invited for a dinner and I refused because that's here in downtown LA and it will be in the 71st floor lounge overlooking. So I'm like, oh, I'll pass this time. So we'll see. Maybe one of this day I will take advantage of that because that's an expensive dinner. I just refused an expensive dinner. I'm like, I can't. Just going on the escalator all the way up to, but I conquered Dubai when I went to the Burj Khalifa. But I was like bundled up in between my sister and my husband, and I closed my eyes.
That's okay. And sometimes we have to do baby steps, right? We have to build
Yeah.
baby steps to eventually to get to go where we want to be. But we
But
don't quit
actually,
along the way.
they kind of helped me because they lied to me. They told me like, "Oh, we're just gonna be on the 35th floor," and I'm okay with it. But I was like, "Oh my god, you can feel the pressure, and it's like all the way out, and then it's like all glass." I was literally like wanted to crawl because they left me there, and I'm like, "If you don't want any police officer to come here, I will scream and I will yell. So just help me out. Don't leave me unattended." So that's what they did. So so anyways, enough about me. So that's just a side, I just remember that experience. It's crazy. It's a nerd breaking experience.
That's funny.
um
Talking about pressure.
yes.
I've been down in pressure because I've been down in scuba diving like 150 feet with shipwrecks. And it's pitch black down there. You have to have a flashlight to see the sharks and all kinds of
Oh my
fish.
god.
And so being down 150 feet puts a lot of pressure in your brain when you're scuba diving. And you have to basically um, get used to the various depths as you go deeper into it. And you have to equalize the
Sure.
pressure in your ear. But anyway, I'm just telling you about because you mentioned pressure.
I
So, but
know.
that's when I experienced pressure in my brain. But go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So that's very this I'm enjoying it, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it too and learning a lot from Alex. I These words are very, very, important for me because I when you wanted to learn, you wanted to hear the true to life experience from other people, and that's what we're doing right now. So guys, the questions I did for Alex is not only gonna benefit me, but it's gonna benefit all of us if you just kind of get the juice out of it. So the next word is compassion.
Wow.
Compassion, are you compassionate? I can tell yes, you are. Thank you. Yes.
I,
Wait, hold on, Alex. Gwen said that yes, I'm enjoying to know about Sir Alex. That's good. Thank you, guys. Please share the live.
you know, when I think about compassion, I think about Mother Teresa, the
Mm,
sacrifice that she gave to the people that needed medical care, food, love. That's compassion. And I
mm,
think about Jesus, right? And
yes.
so when you can serve people and fill their need or basically help them with their pain, and they feel important and they feel seen, that makes all the difference in the world, right? Money's important, but to take your time and to show somebody care, right? And to show them love in the area that they need, that is so important to that person at that moment in time. And who knows, they might be thinking about suicide, but the moment you show them that love and compassion, all of a sudden their brain changes, the chemistry in their brain changes, and they're like, wow, it's worth living life again, right? And so compassion is extremely important to me. It's very close and dear to my heart. And so when Janice asked me to help in December 1 giveaway, I didn't hesitate. I just wanted to help her. When she asked me to help the kids, I didn't hesitate. Right? If she asked me to help you, I didn't hesitate because people need love and attention, right? And so give them that. That's my answer.
That's so nice. And then, yeah, I do agree as well because, I'm, like you can't avoid me sharing some of my experience with Alex because I can really relate when it comes to the being compassionate and all the sacrifices and switching the story. Like when you say like maybe someone will just commit suicide and change their mind, so you kind of like, you know, save a life, and that's what I've been telling my husband. Sometimes, when he's driving, there's all this, a whole driver that will just, put a finger on him and he will just react and, chase the dude, chase the guy. And I was like, honey, you never know. Maybe that person just lose his job, or he's having a rough day. Why are you gonna change, your emotion to something that you don't know? Maybe that person's his family die, and then he has an emergency. You
Correct.
never know. So don't react like that. And you're putting your life and my life at stake because of that unavoidable, or those are things that we can't avoid and can't control. So just go on with your driving, blast your music. I didn't say ignore your feelings, but I'm gonna say like it's not gonna do good anything good to you. We know the fact that either you're going to be in the accident, either you cause accident to innocent people. So I told him, please learn to ignore and be compassionate in a way where you're putting your shoes to their shoes, that maybe there's an emergency. That's why that guy wants to hurry up, or like he's acting weird, he's not in good shape. So that's that's the thing that I'm working with him right now. But I'm seeing progress.
Can I touch on that just a little bit?
Yes,
You
go
know,
ahead.
it's that's one of the things I learned over 20 years ago, right? I
Hmm.
learned to give way to others because life and the
Hmm.
stress is not worth it when you're on the road. Just
Yes.
enjoy the trip from point A to point B.
Hmm.
Get there safely is the most important thing, right? So there's no need to be angry. There's no need for road rage, right? Just be patient. Be
That's
patient. Be understanding of people. If somebody wants to cut you in front of the road, let them. There's something that's motivating that, and you don't know what that is. So just let them, right? And just be calm. It's not worth stressing over because when you're being stressed, guess what's happening? Your environment is changing as a result of somebody's action. Just because you're just driving trying to get to point A to point B, it's absolutely useless. And so that's what I think of when I drive. So I don't drive as aggressive as I used to do in my early 20s. And believe me, I could basically drive like a race car driver almost because I'm competitive. But I don't do that in the road anymore. I gave
Yeah,
that up 20 years ago.
that's
But anyway,
good.
go ahead.
And that's what I was working with my husband. And I told him, if you can't really control that, do it when I'm not with you, when you're by yourself, because you have life insurance.
Anyway, ate,
Yeah.
mga ilang questions pa yung natira?
We have probably the intense one is going to be more on about Alex, relationship, or what about love and stuff like that. We have probably 7 to 8 more questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ate para matapos na. And gusto ko lang mag-additional later. I just wanted like to have a fast talk with Alex with the viewers. So the viewers will be if they want to add some questions like something fast talk, Alex can answer in quickly answer. That's it. No
Sure.
need to explanation like that.
Okay, so now we're gonna do like I think the last word that I wanted to, which is already, which I know already. He has a lot of courage, but what can you elaborate more on courage?
You know, courage, what I've discovered is that I come from a line of men that had courage. My grandfather was a World War II hero. My father was a lieutenant in the police force. And while I did not want to be a police officer, but I learned to develop courage just because of the obstacles that I've had to go through. But I also took martial arts training. I have Bruce Lee style training. My grandmaster came as what is it? He's third generation Bruce Lee trained, and so there aren't too many Bruce Lee shops in the United States. There's very few. Okay, but when you have that training, it helps with your courage more because when you walk in a dark side of the street or people that are questionable, you know that you can handle yourself and protect your woman at the same time, right? And so while I may not be a 200-pound man, I, I hit like a 300-pound guy. It's because of the technique that I developed, right? So courage is not an issue for me, and it's it's just in me because of the trials that I've had to go through and the
Mhm.
victory that I've had to overcome. It required courage every step of the way. I had to look at problems that I had to overcome. So I don't know if that answers your question, but go ahead.
Yeah. So
Ate,
that's yeah.
magbasa lang ako ng comment.
Okay, go ahead, Janice.
Okay, we have new message from Jen. I understand, Alex. Being filmed can make people tense, self-conscious, or overly focused on how they look, which can hide their sincerity. The most important is he's genuine on his words.
I agree.
And then I'm gonna let's welcome our new visitors, Mark. Hopefully you can enjoy the show, Mark.
Mark, we're doing a question and answer on the spot interview with Alex, foreigner in Asia.
Yeah, and we're
So
having a fast talk later, guys. Be
yeah,
ready for
Janice
your
will take care of
questions.
the past talks, but now let me finish up with some of my questions. I know people already kind of have uh, like what do you call that? They get to know Alex a little bit more. So now let's go, Alex. Ready for your kind of previous or present relationship? Let's go on more interesting, and a lot of people are waiting for that. They
Go
said
ahead.
love life, relationship. They wanted to know if you're in a current relationship right now.
That's a very interesting question. I will answer you honestly because I always, but but by the time I made 15 years old, I said I'm always gonna tell the truth, even if it hurts me or even if it hurts the other person, because truth will always be the best position, and I've stood to that ever since then. Okay, so in terms of relationships, I came through a divorce. I married a multimillionaire's daughter who was extremely high maintenance. It was hard to keep that woman happy. Okay. I did 98% of the cooking. I did laundry. I cleaned the house. I maintained the house. I did all the repairs. I did all those things. I took her out to dinner 5, 6 times a week. Right. And these were not cheap dinners. We're talking 60 to $200 dinners. Okay. And so you cannot sustain that kind of lifestyle unless you're already a multimillionaire yourself. Right. And she wasn't willing to compromise in those areas. And I realized that I will never make this woman happy. So I had to walk away. There's no infidelity, right? And she was crazy about me because I gave her what she wanted, but I couldn't sustain that type of lifestyle, right? And so while I made a lot of money, and there were times in my life I made $500 an hour, okay, in real estate, and she was blowing through that like crazy. So I realized no matter how much I made, it
Mm-hmm.
was never enough when you have a multimillionaire's daughter that you're dealing with. And I swore I'm never gonna be with somebody who's like rich, high maintenance like that. I want the poorest Filipino that that I will build her up to the point to where okay, I will give her the world. I will sacrifice, right? Because that's what you do when you love somebody. But anyway, but no. Since then, since 2015, I have not been in any relationship. I chose to be alone and to develop myself further and my character. That is what I went for, and to develop other skill sets. And so, and I did a lot of volunteer work, and so that was the reason. So while now it's different, I will be in a relationship when I go to the Philippines. And I don't know who that person exactly will be. I have an idea. Um, but that's another question, but go ahead.
Why are you reading my notes? You are reading my notes. It's like you know what I'm gonna ask you, like a follow-up question. So yeah, so unfortunately, the first relationship didn't go through successfully. So now, do you believe? Since you mentioned you're gonna, find someone in the Philippines, do you believe in what's LDR again? Long distance relationship? Would that work for you? Because
I'm okay with that so long as the person can put their fear aside because I'm willing to support that person in the process while in the interim until I can get there. But they have to be comfortable with that, knowing that because I know what I am, right? I know that I'm not, since I haven't been in a relationship with anybody, of course I'm going to be faithful to that person. There's nothing for them to worry about. And so whoever that person is, I don't know when and when that happens, but
Evan.
I'm open to that, but I'm also willing to wait till I land in the Philippines. And somebody told me once, I think I showed somebody a picture, and they looked at my picture and they said, "You're not going to have any problems getting a Filipino in the Philippines." And so I don't really worry about that because I know my value as a person. I know my character. Not so much more the money thing, but it's the character. The character and the love is more important than the money. The money will flow because I'm a disciplined person and I know how to make money, right? And so while I have big goals in that area, and I won't say specifically the numbers, but it's in the hundreds of thousands per month area. Okay. And I know because of my confidence and my past success record, there's no doubt in my mind I will accomplish it because I never quit. So that answers your question as far as the relationship. I'm not in a relationship at all at the moment.
Yep. There's a reaction down on the comment section, Jan. You want to read that? Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. No, ate, ikaw na.
Uh, Evan 1988 asking, who's that girl then? We wanted to know who is she. And I wanted to know too. That's on my question. So I was like, who is your special someone? I have that here, guys. To look at the question. Who is your special someone? Who are you
So
trying to
I will
win?
answer that question, but I'll give you a hint, okay? I told you I have not been interested in any woman at all. While in the United States, I there's a lot of women that are interested in me, but I always push them away. I'm not interested in that anymore. It's just because I want the old traditional values of how the Philippine women are. And so when I made that decision, basically, I said, okay, I don't know who that person is. And all of a sudden, one day, I'm just watching something on YouTube and I'm like, oh, this is an interesting person. I had no idea that I would become interested. It was never an interest of mine at all, right? Because I figured I will meet somebody in the Philippines because I know what I am. And, that's not going to be an issue for me. But then I had no idea this person would steal my heart. And so this person sings a song that I basically dedicated. It's called "The Only One" by Lionel Richie. That is the person that I am interested in. Who I'm sure you could figure that out without actually mentioning names. And that's it. I have no other interest at all. And so we'll see what happens in time.
Hi, Fulmer. Oh my goodness, that is so funny because I don't know. I don't want to put anybody on the spot, but
Uy,
let me just.
premiere. Wait lang,
Oh,
mag-premiere.
wait, Alex, we need to cut for a few minutes if that's okay. Then
Sure.
you hold on to another 10 minutes. My
Ayan
premiere
na,
is
binaba
short.
na ni Carol. Hi, Vilmar and Mike. Welcome to the show.
Guys, sorry, we went like 15 minutes over, but I have my premiere real quick. It's 10 minutes. It's 8 minutes only. If you
Yeah.
can just watch that real quick. So take a break, Alex. Take some water, coffee, or any break for
Okay.
minutes. Thank you. This is very very interesting. I love it.
Na, parang I'm so excited with the fast talk because the viewers will be
I
asking question
know. So
later.
after this after the premiere, Alex, our next portion will be just a summarize, a wrap up, and me thanking you. That's it. And then you gotta deal with the viewers. Alex, you may have a secret admirer in the chat. Oh, I wonder who is it. Look, Janice,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna
Filmar,
drink my Yakult.
you missed the first part, Filmar, that we're having like in the last part. But it's okay. We're having a fast talk later with the viewers with Alex. So I'm just excited what gonna the viewers will ask Alex. So let's see. If you have a relationship, then there's no reason to hide it. Some people hide their relationship on YouTube because it's not serious. From Mike Vlogs. Hey, DGH. Guys, let's watch the premiere of Coffee Break with Vesa. Ate, papin nga po nung binaba ni Carol.
Okay, okay.
Ano yung sabi ni Jen kanina?
Jen, I pinned the message of these
Okay.
two ladies are not only beautiful but also far better at interviewing guests in ABS-CBN. Wow!
Sana all.
Sana
I'm just
all.
having ano lang ako, segue lang kasi it's Ate Vessel show.
Yeah, Janice is, Janice, to be honest, guys, whoever is listening to me, improved a lot from the first time. But, she has a good mentor. Tell Janice who's your mentor.
You.
Who's your mentor, Janice? And of
Siyempre ikaw.
course, Janice, Janice
Hindi
is
kasi
my,
kapag formal talaga na show, I
Mhm,
alam ko naman maging professional. Hindi
of
tayo kailangan
course.
sabat ng sabat.
But Janice is my little sister, so I want all the best for her. If there's something that she needs to improve, I may tell her, but it doesn't mean that I'm correct. But she listens. That's one thing that I like about Janice.
Guys, let's support the premiere, please. You can also support Coffee Break with Wes. And thank you to Evan for sending super chat to our host today. Thank you, God. Thank you, Evan. Janice is doing great. Thank you, Filmar. Filmar is one of my number one fan
Of course,
since
Palmer
then.
too. Yeah, thank you for always coming to my. Even though I'm trying hard to to be live or to post videos and premieres, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I'm really inspired by Janice. No matter how busy I am, I have to give time to this as
Wow.
my career. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you, Alex,
You're
for give,
welcome.
for giving life to my channel. It's like a candle. I need to lit it up. Ivesky super chat $500,000. Wow, I'm a half billionaire now, millionaire. I can pay the house that with that super chat, Ivesky. That's so sweet of you, Alex. Thank you.
Mark, welcome to the show, Mark. Wrong chat, Iveski.
So yeah, I wanted to do more of this kind of interview. I like a lot of people to learn as well, and that's good. We're learning values. We're learning a lot of motivations, inspirations about life. That's what we need nowadays. Another one from Alex. Thank you. So I guess we kind of like shortcut, learning about Santa Alex. Thank you, Evan 1988. I appreciate your helping us too. Thank you so much. Next guest will be Mark. Next guest may be Evan. Do you want to join us
Oh,
too?
oh yeah, and maybe DJ H as well.
DJH, yes, there are our friends from UK that we never see. Like he's very supportive of us too. He's very cool. Not wise Ski. Maybe Felmar too from San Diego.
Oh
Felmar,
yeah, Filmar. Hi,
I'm
Ate.
gonna be in SeaWorld. I'm gonna go to SeaWorld. Do you wanna meet us there, Felmar? I'll be
Wow,
there
love the
on
colors.
second
It
week
makes the
of
world better.
January.
We
We
are
have
all broken in some way, so it's nice to learn from each other. Yes,
I know.
Filmar.
I agree with that, Felmar.
Filmar, if you are willing to be an interview, you can also off cam if you would like to be in Simply Besos channel. Just let me know. Email me. Yeah, Filmar also, Ate. You can
Yeah.
also
Felmar
interview
is,
him.
Janice is my salesperson. She's really good in connecting me to the right people. Oh,
Yeah, Filmar is a very good man.
connect with me. I want to meet you in person. Just to say hi. Maybe like after we go to SeaWorld. So that way we can probably have a coffee break somewhere in there. I'm
Yeah.
bringing my family that came from Canada visiting us. So we're gonna go to SeaWorld.
Yeah, I want to visit San Diego one day, Ate.
I'll take you by all means, Janice. You can stay in my house so you don't need to pay the hotel.
Because
Or
I read some and I just watched some video that San Diego is really has a nice
beautiful.
weather as well, and it's a good place.
But you never know. Someone might take you to America and give you a free hotel accommodation. I might be free too, so you never know. We meet in San Diego.
Let me know what day you will be there in SeaWorld from Filmar.
Okay, I'll connect with Janice. I'll let you know.
Yeah, she's from Los Angeles, Filmar. Our admirer just revealed. Ano daw?
Admirer just rebuilt itself. Who? Who, Mark?
What?
Sorry, guys, for the interruption about my premiere. It's a good topic, but let's give our special guest a break. Are you
I'm ready.
enjoying it,
I'm
Alex?
ready.
Wait, Alex, not done yet. Are you enjoying this? We're not pressuring you, or
Yeah,
I?
it's fine. It's I wanted you to give me impromptu because I wanted you to see the real person. There was no way for me to prepare for this. I was just giving
True.
you, whatever natural me is.
Oh, and we feel that, I guess. Even the audience are really like, feeling the energy. I make a cup of tea. It's time for coffee break with Vesa. Yes, but I just changed my name, simply Vesa. I don't know. I just want to have something changed. But I'm a little bit sad about changing it. But there's always time to go back. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna stick with simply Vesa. See how it goes. New year, new opportunity, and new explore. We need to explore like Janice. Janice the explorer.
Yeah.
Is it almost done? Let me see. My premiere is 8 minutes long, so it should be almost done.
Yeah.
So, Alex, after this interview, what's your agenda? Are you just gonna rest or still going out?
Well, it's in my time. It's 11:40 p.m. and right now I'm not really a social owl, but down the road that's liable to change because I will accommodate whoever my significant other is. But that's yeah.
Yes, you would be ready, guys. Your question later for the fast talk with
Last
Alex.
talk with Alex, one by one. Okay, Alex will read your questions.
Now I will read the questions for Alex, so that would be easier.
Okay, okay. Yeah, because Alex, I don't know, he's. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of viewers will just chime in.
Jenny, you mean grilling?
We're gonna grill Alex.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't think.
fast because fast talk. It's different with the interview, fast talk. So he can answer quickly. No need for explanation. Just answer quickly.
It's
Okay.
it's kind of like this. Chocolate or flour.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of like what are you gonna give your special someone? A chocolate or a flower?
Are you asking me now?
Maybe later,
Oh,
but that's
okay.
just an example.
Yeah.
Or
I
like
will
for
read the I
example,
will read the I will read the comments from the viewers later. What's their
they
questions?
probably ask like a yacht or a tricycle. You know what a tricycle is, right? From the Philippines.
Oh, the premiere is it's done.
It's done? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's wait for them to come back.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a recap. I think they're more interested in the past talk than my serious questions. Sorry, what is that? Ivski. Sorry, Ma'am Bessa, watching your premiere. Me now listening to Marites. she can't concentrate. She's trying to hear our side comments here, Alex. That's what Ivski said, and at the same time trying to concentrate on watching my premiere. So she doesn't want to miss out anything that we talk about.
Okay. Hi, Aiki.
Ay ay ay. All right, I guess everybody is almost back. Dan Premier, thank you. Is that sis Babylin? Is that you? Quill, what's that? Quill Mess 3011. Is that sis Babylin? Thank you for your blessing, Sir Alex from Jeanette. Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you for all the super chat. And also to Eva 1988. Thank you so much. Yeah, this will be good to help out more future shows for Copy Break with Vesa or simply Vesa. Thank you, Sis Sally. All right, guys, it looks like most of you are back in the show. Welcome back and thank you for watching my premiere. We are 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Two more minutes, and
And
we're
that
gonna do the past. What is that? Past question. What is it?
fast talk.
Past talk.
And before that, I have also questions.
Okay,
Siyempre,
wait.
para may silbi naman ako dito sa taas.
Oh, I can't name names. Oh, but then real quick. So I know this is like a just continuation of when I ask you who. What did I ask you? Who is your special someone? Okay, so you've answered that question. So now I wanted to ask, what did you see on that special person that is different from your previous relationship?
It's a different kind of kindness that the person had and the hard work that they put in after the event. And it really touched me deeply that that person is willing to do all that work. And as a result, I rewarded them for that labor of love that they gave. That broke me down. It broke down my walls that I had a blocked heart, sort of. And so that person touched me as a result of it. And as I have studied this person over time, I've learned to appreciate different parts of this person. And so I am willing to risk and to open up my heart for the first time in 11 years, which is a rarity, obviously. And so, because I want to know more about who this person is when I finally get to the Philippines.
I'm sorry. I know, Alex, I'm not laughing at your answer because I'm laughing because I wanted to ask a question, but it would be pretty obvious. I wanted to ask if you remember that special someone. Is it from Luzon, Visayas, or Mindanao? Can you answer that question?
Sure, I'll answer that question. This person is came from Bicol and also Mindanao.
Oh my God. From Mindanao. Okay, guys, that's gonna be your past talk. Okay, last question, and then I'll leave. I'll stop talking, and then let me have Janice handle the rest. So, oh well, I guess that's that's the last question I have. I'm speechless after that. Everybody's reacting. They're like, this is like Pinoy Henyo question.
What
You know
is
the
it?
game? It's like what do you call that? Like what do you call that in English, Alex? That game is like the you know
Jeopardy?
Jeopardy. Who is deflecting? There's no forever, guys. Oh well. Okay, so anyways, before I say thank you to Alex, let's proceed with Janice for the past talk. Okay, I'm gonna shut my mouth.
Okay. So I have a follow-up question for Alex because where you're talking about relationship, love, and H. So before we do the fast talk, so I have a follow-up question for Alex. So this is the first question. I have just like four questions. If it's okay with you.
Sure.
Okay. And what's the most unexpected thing love has ever taught you?
The thing about love is that you have to be you have to love that person in a different way than you love yourself. You have to be willing to do the things that that person wants. Sometimes even if you don't want to do it, you do it because you love the person, right? You make the needed sacrifices. And so and you design your life specifically based on that person's needs and wants. And you have to find that balance while at the same time establishing boundaries because you can't be a doormat at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So, but there always has to be respect as the number one thing between the two people.
Mm-hmm.
So, hopefully that answered your question.
Okay, this another question like something deeper and juicy. Juicy.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like is love about effort or it should feel easy?
So, here's the thing I learned from that 98-year-old man who was married for 70 years. You never, ever quit on that person. And there are times that it's not going to be easy because there is no perfect relationship and there is no perfect person. You have to be willing to put the work in and to show that love regardless of what's happening, the event, and you have to be steady in your feeling of love for that person. That is
Mm-hmm.
it. There is no extension and there is no quit to love. That is it. It doesn't fade like some people say. It doesn't. It's they just quit. And there's no quit in me in that sense. So long as there's respect, right? And if that's
Mm-hmm.
maintained, there's always going to be love that grows deeper as you spend time together. Because you're going to get attached. And that's just it. And the love grows deeper over time. That's my answer.
Okay, next question. Mm. What hurts more, being cheated on or being taken for granted?
You know, I'm absolutely hate, because I would never cheat on a person. And I would not want them to do that to me as well. Taken for granted is a slow process that takes over time.
Yeah.
While it does hurt over time, you have time to basically adjust to the coldening of that person, or taking you for granted. But being cheated on is a completely disrespectful thing to do, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
would have to say that being cheated on is worse. I would never want somebody to do that to me, and nor would I ever do that to somebody else. Make sure that if for some reason you're no longer interested in your partner, for whatever reason that you're quitting, you just tell them, listen, this is no longer working for me and you. Instead of me cheating or whatever it is, I want to make other arrangements where it's civil for both of us. That's what you do, but you don't cheat ever. But that's my answer.
Okay. Okay. Um, last two questions. Sorry, guys. Um, is if your ex is watching right now, what would you say?
What would I say?
Yeah.
Well, I basically hinted in the past that when I went through the divorce, she tried to get me back for 2 years, right? Because she knew that I was a good man, and she always said that she would never find anyone like me because of the things that I was willing to do. I set the bar high. It's going to be poor for the guy that tries to be with her because, I mean, how many guys would make a 9-course meal on a date at home, right? And to
Mm-hmm.
shape an apple into a swan, and then to dance with her, and to do all these different things, and to give her massages and do all these things. The average guy doesn't take the time to make that woman feel special. They just don't. So if she was to watch this, she'd be like, I don't want to watch this because I want him again, and I don't want that. That's why I ended the friendship, because she wanted to make friendship, but that's
Yeah.
not what I wanted. I could not give her what she wanted, what she lost, and she
Uh-huh.
lost big. That's my answer.
Okay, thank you for that for your answer. So this is the last question because I think everybody is excited to ask you. They're just being noisy at the chat. So this is the last question.
Go ahead.
What's the most tempting red flag you've ever ignored in love?
I'm not sure I understand the question. Can you break that down so that I understand it more clearly what you're asking, so that I can give you an accurate answer?
Hmm. Okay, if you want more, okay, let's proceed to the next one if you don't like the question.
No, no, it's not that I don't like the question. I don't understand the question.
What's the most tempting or red flag you've ever ignored in love?
The most tempting that
Yeah.
I've ever,
And you
well,
ignored it because you love the person, maybe.
yes. In that scenario where I was at, I ignored the high maintenance thing about that person, but
Mm-hmm.
because they were very affectionate at times, they were very sweet at times, it basically keep pulling me in, and I saw problems, and I let it continue on because I was hoping this person would change. And so before I got to, I'll go a little deeper. When
Okay.
when you go through a divorce, earn the right to be divorced in the United States. I know there's no divorce in the Philippines. Earn the right.
Yeah.
What do I mean by that? It means you have to exhaust all possibility, go to counseling, keep finding ways to find compromises. And if that's
Oh my God.
still no way to meet in the middle, and
Oh.
you've seen counseling, and the counselor says you two are not a good match, it's best that you two separate, then you've earned the right to be divorced. You don't just quit in a relationship ever.
Mhm. Oh yeah. Wow. It's parang ano tawag nun yung high maintenance. It's not really easy. So, before we proceed to the fast talk, because everybody is excited, I'm gonna just read the message, a few messages to the chat. Please prepare your answer, Alex. Gonna ask you something later. If there's no quit for love, why did you ended things with your previous wife? Is 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 there still love? Explain. Oh, there's a follow-up question.
Okay, that's a really good question, actually. So when a person tells you that after you get married, that they're gonna do certain things, and when that person does not deliver on their word, you lose
Mm-hmm.
the trust factor. And the moment you lose the trust in the relationship, it starts going downhill. And so does respect, right? Because the
Mm-hmm.
person is not willing to make the effort to show
Mm-hmm.
them and to fulfill the need that you have. And that
Mm-hmm.
person failed to do that. That's why it was, I could not stay in a healthy relationship where my needs are no longer being met or never was met. So that's
Yeah.
my answer.
Okay, so there's a follow up. Where will you draw the line? When do you say this is it? I've had
Yeah.
enough with a person.
So you have to give a person an opportunity to correct the situation. It's an opportunity to learn, it's an opportunity to grow, right? And so let's say you give him 6 months or a year and say, okay, I will help you with this. Let's go to counseling. Let's do this, whatever. And that person is still not making the effort to make that happen. You can tell there's not enough love in there. And so you feel kind of empty. After that time has been given and and you give them that opportunity and they don't do it, then you have to basically, you have to, out of self-respect, out of self-love for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Self-dignity, you have to
Mhm.
walk away. Otherwise you're always gonna feel empty and short in that relationship. It's never going to work.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm missing the point of acceptance in this chat. Mark. Parang I'm so excited who is the next guest. Everybody, guys, are you ready for the fast talk? Magingay naman kayo dyan sa baba. So Alex, I will be the one who read the comments for you for their question.
Sure.
So are you ready for that?
Bring it.
Maybe, guys, anything you can ask about Alex, okay? Anything, anything. So are you ready?
Yeah,
Ate.
yeah. You
Ate,
guys are pretty tough, but go ahead.
guys, are you ready,
This is
guys?
grilling talk, not a fast talk.
Yeah, parang ano siya, parang buya bunda na fast
See,
talk.
we,
Parang
we
ganun
wanted
lang
to hear
ha.
your laughing. You're so
Hin-
serious, Alex.
Hindi
Still don't
hindi siya ano ha. Hindi ito yung pang ano lang na question. Yung pang fast talk lang talaga. Ako ang
fast talk.
magbabasa for Alex.
Hey, I told you to go deep, so I'm willing to face the music. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay. Yeah,
Hot
you
seat
are now in the
now.
hot seat. Okay, next. Okay, the first one from Jenny. Stay single or be in one-sided love?
Oh no, that's tough.
If it's a one-sided love, you never go for a one-sided love. No way, no way. It's more important to have peace and to have self-respect, because eventually you will find someone else who will value you and just adore you if you're a quality man.
Okay.
It's just given. But go ahead.
Oh,
Okay, next.
you have
Not
to read.
gonna
Wait, yeah,
huh?
read Jen's comment or question.
Not gonna ask about the past, but the girl you're obsessed with now. What made you decide she's the one worth pursuing? Why her? And how long do you think you can keep loving and spoiling her? So that's the next.
Wow, that's so. First of all, this person, once I'm in the presence of this person, will feel completely different about the dynamics of the relationship, because you have an opportunity to show upfront facial expression, physical touch, right? Um, and in the way they can feel your energy and the vibe that you give, and that in itself softens the situation. And if there's ever a misunderstanding, you have an opportunity to clearly clear the situation up right there and then, right? Even if you just touch him by the hand or touch him by the shoulder or whatever it is, or you give him a soft kiss, it's a it's an opportunity to bond when you clear up misunderstanding. And so I don't know if that answers your question or not.
So Aquarius Jen, are you okay with the answer next? Glory Jane, are you ready to fall in
Oh,
love?
let me answer this question. You said how long would I do it? If this
Yes.
person responds in a manner that shows loving back to me, I will do it for the rest of my life. It
Okay.
means marriage.
This is
So the,
recorded, guys. We can do replay. I'm not gonna delete or put this on private.
okay, next, are you ready to fall in love from Glory Jane?
Of course.
He's already in love, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
somebody already stole my heart, so I didn't really have a choice, kind of.
He's trying to win that special someone, guys.
Next question, Manilyn. Is there person or girl you already to be in a relationship?
Now I am, but I don't think that person is ready because of the fears that they have. Fear is learned. It's a learned behavior because something that's happened to them in the past that they're not willing to give up, and that they're just protecting the walls of the heart. It's because of the previous relationship that they have, and it's valid. But at the same time, that person, let's say it's me, should not be suffering and being punished for the two people's mistake or whoever it is in the previous partner. I didn't do those things to that person. Those people messed that person up, not me. And so that's why it's important sometimes that I say it's much better to be with someone that who doesn't have those emotional scars, because it's easier. But you know what? I'm willing to put in the effort to make sure that this person doesn't feel like that I'm not the previous relationship, and they will see that I'm different. You can tell that I'm talking right now, that everything I say is everything that comes from my heart, right?
Mm.
And so there's no faking this stuff. I'm from you get what you get when you talk to me. There's no hiding. But anyway, so you just have to basically be patient with that person in time, and hopefully they'll see that you are different from all the other people, and that you are willing to give them true love. And so, and that's really really important. But go ahead.
No.
Wait, let's read the comment from Mike. He said, single is better, no dream. Mark said, red flag, hoping they change. And Ivesky said, single, no stress. Love yourself first for Mike. Okay, go ahead, Janice. Read Eva 1988.
Why? Next question from Evan. Why you like that girl? Is she worth it to fight for?
You know, love is something I never take lightly. I never have. As you can see that I'm an intense person. And so when I love somebody, I never ever take that lightly. I'm intense in my love. And so that person will never doubt that I don't love them. They will know and they will feel deeply the feeling that I have for that person, in the actions that I take every single day, in the words and things that I say to that person every single day. But it also helps to be in front of them. It's harder to be in a distance, regardless of how good the person you are.
Mhm.
But that person has to come out of that shell willingly. And so, you know, you can't live in a shell, right? And so, because life, and here's another thing I'm going to tell you, and this is a fact: life does not happen living in your comfort zone. You got to get it out, get that muscle working, get that
Okay.
heart exercising. So if you want love and you want true love, you have to be willing to receive it. You can't close your own heart. That's my answer to that.
Okay. Next from Carol. I wonder if you're type of person who accepts rejection positively. Let's say if the one you're pursuing cannot love you back, are you okay with that, or you will still pursue her, Alex?
You know, I made this rule a long time ago. If the person does not see your value, if the person is not willing to love you, walk away. Do not have time for that drama and that waste of energy. Just walk away from that person, because if they do not value you, it's their loss. It was never mine.
Okay. Never mind. Okay, next. From Ivesky Velasco, Alex, do you believe love is blind?
I believe that love can be blind if the person on the other side was dishonest to begin with. And basically, you know, I asked you a long time ago to read in a dictionary what a womanizer is. They're very skilled people. But at the end of the day, a person who is a womanizer puts their best foot forward for a limited best of time. So that person thinks that that person is real, but they're not. They're just trying to get what they want to get into your pants, right? That's the reality of a womanizer. Their love should never stop at any point in time. It should be 365 days a year. The giving, the support, everything. It should never be conditional, ever. It's
So,
not love. That's a fact.
yeah. So, are you
You,
saying that if that kind of person can change after all?
a person who is a womanizer, who is self-absorbed, they have been conditioned, and that is their mindset. That is the decision that they made, and they will never change. I think it was Mark that said it. You don't expect or hope that the person is going to change. You accept them the way they are, because they will never change for you, because they're into themselves. That is the definition of a womanizer is self-absorbed. You are now never going to be a priority. You're never going to be first. That's what they're there for. Once they get what they want and they're tired of you, then they're going to move on to the next. That's what a womanizer is. Even in a song, Britney Spears said she was smart enough to stay away from the womanizer, and so she didn't have anything to do with that womanizer because he's all trouble, right? But you have to be smart enough to realize, oh wow, I have a real womanizer in my hand, and I can't expect to change this person. I have to accept them the way they are. And when you see now, I know you probably haven't paid for counseling, but I did. What they tell you is you never ever expect the person to change or hope for that person to change. If you can't accept them the way they are now, that's what you're going to get. It's never going to work because that's the way you have to accept them, the way they are now. Trying
Okay.
to change, you're fooling yourself, and you're going to have a heartache down the road. And you're passing up opportunity for other people just because that person it's trying to control you remotely or whatever it is, or you have that love for that person even though it's based on lies. That's my answer.
So, are you saying that that kind of person they're not deserving to be loved or to be in love?
That person's love is themselves, not yours.
Mm-hmm.
You are not in that person's radar for true love. They're not capable of it. And if they're telling you specifically to enjoy the moment, that's what they're telling you. I'm not building a future with you. I'm not going to set roots with your family. All we are is what this is, enjoy the moment, which is, I'm sorry, bullshit. That's the answer.
Okay. The next question from Jenny: what are you scared the most in a relationship?
You know, there's really nothing to be scared, really, because when you're secure in yourself and you know what you are, and you are steady in your personality, your own values, you know your value, you're always going to be full enough because you know what you are. The other person just gives you additional compliment and additional love. Not that you need them, you want them. There's a difference. And so when you're that person and you know who you are, you're secure in yourself, there's no fear really. None. Even if they say, you know what, I want to walk or whatever it is, that's their problem. It's not yours. You got to let them go. But at the meantime, if you're the person that's loving, they're never, ever going to want to leave because they feel secure in your love.
Right. Okay. Next from Jenny again. With the current person you are pursuing, are you ready to walk away anytime soon? That's from Jenny.
Say that again. Say the question.
With the current person you are pursuing, are you ready to walk away anytime soon? That's the question from Jenny.
I will walk away, and that's a guarantee. If this person returns to that person that doesn't love them, it means they never valued me. They never saw the value in me. There are plenty of people that will line up to replace that person, and I would absolutely walk away. No question in my mind. But if that person is willing to wait for me until I arrive, then that person will get what they want eventually because I am that person willing to deliver and fill their need.
Okay. Next,
You
Jenny.
guys
Um,
do the past talk, like
yeah,
like this is a another questions, but you can do past talks too to to
yeah.
just have fun.
Come on, guys, fast talk. And then there's last question, I think. Where is it? How do you define commitment? That's the last question, I think.
Oh yeah, there is that question. Commitment.
Commitment means you're willing to do the distance no matter what it takes. You keep on trying and you never, ever quit to the day you breathe your last breath. That's commitment.
Okay, so I agree with you, Alex, on that. But I always on the person if they want to, but it's always on the person if they want to change for the better for the person she loves. Alex, lights, lights on, lights off. Oh,
That's a past talk from Ibski. No need to explain asking the question lights on or lights off.
Let's just say I like candles. It gives it more of a romantic scenting.
Candles. Okay.
Yes,
So
oh,
yes.
so it's something. Ano nga tawag dun?
chocolate or roses? Okay, I'll ask that because no one
So
asked it.
so that depends on the woman. You have to know what her need is, and you fill that need. So if you give them both, give them both. It's not one or the other.
Okay, that's a good answer. I say Ibski would be lights off.
It's
Or
a dim. It's a dim
dim,
light. Yeah.
dim light.
Mm-mm.
But
Yeah.
dim is more romantic.
Yes, and then remember that. Remember, women
Jenny.
women are
Jenny.
kind of insecure sometimes. They're very critical of their own body. So if they can have some light or whatever it is, they can relax more, right? And you know the thing about being a man is it's just you don't go in there and get what you want.
Evan,
You are there to serve the woman first, and if you do that, right, she will also give you back. She'll also give back to you. But anyway, that's my answer.
Okay, na Jenny, sex or chocolate? Uy, Jenny.
Again, it doesn't have to be one or the other. When you have
both.
money, give them both. Just give them both, and you can and
See,
then ask them if they want more than the sex or chocolate, right?
In
Jenny is very
okay.
much engaged. American or Filipina? You already said it.
Filipina.
Oh
In
wow.
the person you're pursuing now, Alex, did you see a chance in here? Manilyn.
Oh my gosh. That's
You know, here, do I see a chance in her meaning that she's gonna love me back? Is that what you're asking me?
what's the percentage? Yeah.
I believe, and I wholeheartedly believe this.
You
This
feel it?
person, this person protects the walls because I'm not physically there yet. But I believe my presence is going to change everything,
That's a
and that
good one.
person will absolutely. There's no question in my mind about it because I'm a 10 times the man this person is. That person will forget that other foolishness that other person uh, based their lies on because I'm the real person. And they will know that they will feel it. There's no question about it, and that's going to make all the difference in the world.
So when are you buying the ticket going back to the Philippines?
And round for Alex.
So the answer to that question is I'm right in the middle of a court decision right now that I've already won. I won the first part. They just need to get me the settlement of the court situation. And as soon as that is, and I'm in the process of selling everything I own because I'm moving to the Philippines permanently. I'm not coming back to the United States to live. I will come and whoever the Filipino is, I will come and visit the Philippines and meet and visit the United States and bring them, whether it's San Diego or whether it's New York or whatever. I will show them all over the U.S. So they will see the United States.
I'm the
And
chaperone.
well, there's no if that person's my wife, there's no chaperone.
Oh, well, then I will be her buddy so I can travel with her too.
And you know what? I would be willing to pay for you to come along. It just means it adds more happiness to the situation. I would absolutely support that. Of course.
That's so funny. I'm joking. Okay, well that's good. At least Alex got to see the past talk. So what else do we have? 10 rounds for Alex. What does it mean, Ibski? Is that 10 points for Alex? Ay,
Hmm.
ay, ay. What
Yes.
else? Are you guys?
No more question, guys?
Yeah, because Alex probably is exhausted by this time.
No,
So
I'm not. I'm good. I'm good. If it helps answer their questions, I'm here to serve the people, right? Other than the
okay.
camera, but you saw that I'm very relaxed, and you got everything out of me. I would not say anything different if I was in front of this person. You're getting exactly what you're getting. That's what I am. I don't know how to do fake. I refuse to do fake. In fact, I've gotten in a lot of trouble in social media because I don't
I
know
know
when people are joking in social media and when they're serious, because I'm
that's true.
always a person that's always honest, and so it's hard for me to read the room, sort of thing sometimes. But that's my answer.
That's good. That's a cute question from Ibski. Alex, cats or dogs?
I love dogs, but I also I've had to take care of my friends' cats for like a month at a time, and first cats are kind of distant, and you can't really call them and all that. But then they warm up to you over time. But do I prefer dogs? Sure, I love dogs, and if I had to choose a dog, I would choose a Belgian Malinois or a golden retriever, because the golden retriever is a
So
friend to
sweet.
everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, si Jeanette talagang pinangalanan. Ayoko
Wait,
magbasa kayo
wait.
na.
Let me ask first. Coffee or liquor?
Here's my answer that some of you may not understand. Remember, I have 6,000 hours of nutrition training. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I do not ever do liquor.
Mm.
Maybe to have a taste, because but just to be social with people so they don't think that you're a snob. But you never ever drink to the point that you feel dizziness, because now you're hurting your body. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because it is not worth impressing the people, whoever it is that's daring you to drink. I am not a people pleaser at all. I don't care if I shut it down. But because of his family, I will socialize, just have a little drink, not much at all. When it comes to coffee, I used to drink a pot of coffee a day 20 years ago. My doctor told me, if you want better sleep,
Ate
you bet
Tessa,
you better give up that coffee, and I did. So I switched from regular coffee, from a pot a day, to basically herbal teas and other healthy juices. That's my answer.
ate,
Okay, okay.
may question pa si Jeanette. Ikaw na, kasi baka
Jeanette, okay, wait. First, before we ask Jeanette's question, Falmar is asking, where will you move to the Philippines? Where will you move into the Philippines? Like what particular place?
You know, that all depends on the woman I end up with. Obviously, if the person that I'm interested in is in Mindanao, I will end up in the coldest part of Mindanao. And I will make sure there's a heater, there's air conditioning, all those things. Because I want the modern convenience of the United States and bring it to Mindanao, whether it's Bukidnon or wherever it is, right? Because I want this person to have access to their family. Because, the Filipinos' family is everything. You don't move to the United States because a lot of them don't want to move to the United States. Give them the United States experience, but at the same time, live where their families are, and then upgrade the family status or the homes or whatever it is. And that's what you do.
Nice. Okay, now let's go to Janet. Jeanette. This is really like with name. So Janet is curious.
di ba?
If you and Miss Janice were to become a couple, would you
Wala
still
pa na ayos.
support her to entertain the viewers who admire her? So basically, like doing YouTube, would you still allow her to do that?
I think I would, to a degree, because there are a lot of rude men on YouTube, but maybe they won't be as rude if they know that. Let's just say it's her. They wouldn't be as rude, because if they knew my presence was there and I was joining with her, then it wouldn't be as bad. But you know what? Like I told you, I intend and I will make, like I said, the money that I'm going to make. She doesn't need YouTube anymore. She won't want to do YouTube. I will give her the career that she wanted as a side, which is basically like a chef. I think she said to me once, right? And you give her those opportunities,
Businesswoman.
and then she can have her own business. She never has to answer to anybody else. She never has to beg for money at all. She doesn't need it, right? And if she has her own money that you just give her to go shopping or whatever it is, it's money that she never has to answer for you. Just give it to her, whatever the amount whatever the fixed amount you agree on. You talk about it, and then let her go do whatever she wants to do. And then if she wants to start her own chef show, and that
Oh, yeah.
now that's a whole other career for the person to have,
Mm-hmm.
which is better. I mean, it's terrible working. I've been in the restaurant business, and so I've been a waiter before, and it's extremely intense in the kitchen. It's a lot of stress being a chef in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
But if she had her own business at home, let's say at a house or whatever, and
Uh-huh.
she had her own cooking show, and then she's making money out of it, and then it's all her money. That's way less intense stress, and she'd be much happier in a no stress situation, and she gets to be the boss. That's what I would do. I don't know if that answers your question or not.
Maybe, yeah. This is smiling. So, Ivesky, calm down. Ivesky, what did I even what is that? What you say? Even maybe Janice, maybe not.
Parang
Anyways,
parang ano,
wow.
parang naninigurado si Jeanette na if 'di ba parang halimbawa wala na sa YouTube and then baka wala na 'tong ayuda.
So let me address that real quick. It pains me and it hurts my heart when I see Janice go for days, and she wants people to basically support her channel and so on, and there's no super chats, and there's no PayPal. And I'm thinking, why would you want to work all day and not get anything in return? That's not exactly rewarding, right? Hoping that you might get something back, hoping that you'll go viral. When all along, if you have a man that supports you and gives you the career that you want, you don't have to beg for money anymore, basically, so to speak, right? To me, that's less stress. And what creates a failure of health is a tremendous amount of stress. And when a woman faces financial stress, it creates a disease environment for the body. The body becomes acidic. And in an acid environment, the body starts accumulating diseases slowly over time. And that is a known fact I learned from Ivy League College.
I
Go
do
ahead.
agree with that. Yeah, that's medically inclined. Stress will kill you, and
Yep,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, I do agree. So yeah, this is really fun, interesting. There's so many things that we've learned, and some people might think it's easy for Janice because Janice got put on the spot too. But yeah,
She did.
yeah, but no matter what, guys, what I've learned in this interview is just be real. Be who you are. You know, Alex nailed the word self-love, self-respect. There's nothing wrong for you to, you know, encourage everybody to stick to your decision. It may be, he said he's not a people pleaser. I used to be a people pleaser, but 2025 have taught me a lot of things, and I've learned to value myself. I learned to value my time. I learned to value so many things. So I can relate with what Alex has saying. So thank you, Alex. That's just my side comment. I do learn a lot from you, and it's good to hear that from other people's perspective. So yeah, so Janice, you have a follow up in there. I just did like my
Yeah.
side notes for Alex.
Probably one thing about that, Alex, is that someone woman nowadays, we want to earn our own money instead of just depending on our men. Thank you, Sir Alex from Jeanette. But I know it's from Carol. But I know it's not just about the super chat, super
Mhm.
stickers. I know Janice is also enjoying doing live stream and making vlogs. This is from Mark. Where's the emphasis on being on ay, where's the emphasis on being your own person?
that person was already given that choice to be whatever they wanted. So if the person wanted to do their own YouTube, if that is, they want to subject them to that stress, they have the right to choose that and just step away and or join them. And obviously, if you love the person, you will help them in that effort at
Mhm.
least part of the time. You don't have to do it full time because there's no question in my mind that I'm the kind of person that could make 100,000, 200,000 per month. And so I can't do that on YouTube. YouTube is too small to do that, to make that kind of money per month. It's not going to happen. It's going to take years to even come to close to that. Years.
Viral. You need to be viral. Hi, Hans Neil. Yeah, you need to really be viral, in order for you to really earn that money in YouTube.
People have millions of followers and don't come close to making that money. So I might as well make the money that I'm going to make and then give that person the support that they need. And so they're gonna have good days and bad days. And if that's what they want to do, let them do that.
And you never know, Alex. Maybe in the future, with that person, you will build your own family with kids, or as a family. You never know.
Yeah, I'm open to that. I'm a family man. I'm rooted in family. Obviously, I saw my family fall apart when I was a child, and so family is extremely important to me. And so I'm gonna support the person's family. And as far as I know, and as far as this person know, I've already done that, and I'm not even there yet. That tells you the kind of man I am.
Wow, that's a good, like, what do you call that? Like, self-expression and showing, being genuine, like your real self.
Mm.
So here in social media, in our, in our live stream, you're really expressing who you are truly are. So yeah, so anything else, guys, that you wanna learn? Let's take advantage of this time. You never know. There will be probably part two when Alex goes to the Philippines. You never know. I might join him for a week or two if I'm, you know, if given a chance. You never know if he's pursuing that right, the friend of mine. I will visit Mindanao for the first time.
Where's
Any
the
Yeah,
other
questions? I'm
questions?
still waiting for more questions.
Uh, s- are you
ate may
serious?
may
Yeah.
tanong si ano, si Manilyn, ano ba English ng seloso? Seloso ba si Sir Alex?
Are
Nahirapan
you a
ako
jealous type of person? Manilyn is asking.
You know, there has to be some kind of jealous if you really love the person, but to the extent of jealousy varies from person to person. If
Mm-hmm.
the person gives you no reason to be jealous, there's no reason to be jealous. But if the person is extremely flirtatious, if you knew that in advance, I would not want to be with that person if they're extremely flirtatious. That's the answer to my question.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
another one. When someone hurts you, Alex, or makes you upset, how do you usually react? Do you stay calm, get angry, express in it some other way, or physical violence?
I made a choice as a child because I saw my mom got
Mm-hmm.
physically beaten. I said I would never do the things my father did to my mom. And to this day, in any relationship, I have never laid hands on a woman. I always process the situation calmly and walk away to process it even some more, and then come back and talk about the situation later when they're both parties are calm. And so there is no reason whatsoever to ever raise your voice on a woman ever. Deal with the situation in a calm basis, and then you're more apt to solve the situation better when there's calmness in the room. So there's no place for anger.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's the question is coming from Aquarius Jen.
What's your zodiac sign, Alex? Do you know your zodiac sign?
Hands now.
I am so here's my answer. It's kind of complicated. I am technically a Cancer, but I do not believe in astrology at all.
Oh,
I,
that's
I
why.
I am a self-made man. I don't leave my future to the stars or whatever it is, because I determine and I choose and design specifically my life the way I want it to be, where I'm happy and my partner's happy. So I don't worry about those signs.
You don't worry about the universe and the stars and
No, 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 no. All of that is. I remember I have some Ivy League college education, and from Stanford to Cornell University to Yale, Harvard, and so there's that stars business is not into those colleges.
those are from Chinese Asian belief. Hi,
Yes.
Rose. Shout out to you.
Yes.
That's cute.
Okay.
Anything else, guys? You still need to grill Alex or what? Or did you give up? Alex has a lot of answers for all of us.
Naubusan na sila ng English, ate.
They
English
don't want to
Limited.
speak English anymore, Alex. But thank you for engaging
Oh,
with us. Thank you
oh,
for
there.
your
Oo nga,
time.
meron pang follow-up si Jeanette.
Oh, Jeanette.
How many children did you have before?
Zero.
He is single, guys. No kids.
Um,
That
divorce,
you know
no kids.
that's what brings that's part of the attraction that I bring. I don't have baggages. I'm basically starting as a stable, mature man with no children. So I don't have any ties to my previous relationship of any kind because of kids, right? And so that's what makes me attractive to any woman out there, because they don't have to deal with any of those stuff. But go
Yeah.
ahead.
Hansnell said that, same with me, Sir Alex. I don't believe in star sign also. I only believe that God is the ultimate source of everything I have and will be having.
I agree with that answer. I agree with that answer.
Thank you, Maneline. Thank you so
Too
much.
much English, my head now it's painful. But we don't have lot of English, kidding.
We've learned a lot so far, guys. So if you want to take a break as well, I think I don't know if Janice has some plans too, but yeah, we really really enjoyed the time. Hopefully, if you guys will demand another part two with Alex with our special guest. Uh,
Well, if it's the part two will be happening, that would be on cam.
Part two, we're gonna demand Alex to be ready, camera ready. We'll see how it goes though. You never know, part two will be with Janice. You never know. So
I'll try to look people we can interview, ate.
thank you. I hope you guys
But
enjoyed our first
kung ate ba,
segment.
kung magagawa mo sana ate yung mirror, mas maganda yun para both channel natin ma-promote together. Kasi mas mahirapan kasi tayo kapag isa. So pag dalawa siguro, I think that would be better. How
Mirror.
about
So
that?
I need to upgrade, right? The
Pero
mirror.
ano lang, minsan lang naman natin gagawin, hindi man lagi-lagi.
Yeah. Okay. We'll talk
Kasi
sidebar
sayang,
on that.
sayang din ng mga viewers ba?
I know. Okay, we can do that. We can talk cyber. I told you, Alex. I am a mentor for Janice in a different way, but she, when it comes to YouTube style and
Di ba,
like
di
learning
ba
YouTube,
guys,
she's
agree
teaching
agree
me.
ba kayo? For example, we do have different show, pero parang mag-collab ka na yung mirroring ba, na makikita both yung viewers sa one comment lang. Sir
Yeah,
Alex, you said earlier that you are a self-made man. Now, sorry kasi Hansnell is late, so we need to read this one. Why was that? Sir Alex, you said earlier that you are a self-made man. Why was that? I mean, was that a choice or because of some life circumstances?
You know, I told you I own a lot of books in my life, right? And I've read a majority of them. And
mhm.
these guys are the smartest men in the world because they're multimillionaires and billionaires. There's a reason why they're controlling the world. There's only like 20% of them in the world. They're controlling the 80% of the world because they're the richest people in the world. And what I have learned from them is that if you want something in life, you have to go take it. No excuses whatsoever. Okay. And that's what I mean by self made men. So, whatever trial and obstacle that's in your way, find a way to go through it, to go around it, to climb over it. Find a way and don't quit. Right. And so you're forging, you're creating, you're designing your personality the life design, the house that you live in, the car that you drive, the income that you make. You're not willing to settle for a boss who's giving you limits and when your raise comes. Okay, that's why I became an entrepreneur. And so I decide my future, right? So even if from time to time I have to go down on my knees and pray, there is nothing wrong with that. To ask for more courage, to ask for more wisdom, that's just a sign of humility.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's my answer to that question.
Thing. So, Hansnell, I hope you like the
I
answer.
like the answer. Yeah, I
Kasi
like that.
na mas maganda sana kung maaga si Hansnell kasi more on ano din siya eh. Gusto ko yung mga ganong ano, 'di ba, pagdating sa mga words of wisdom, something like that. So, that's a nice question in a way.
So Hans Neil will be our co-host next time that we're gonna do part two. Yeah, we'll schedule Hans Neil. But thank you. This is kind of like very last minute
Mhm.
scheduled. I didn't plan. I didn't actually share the questions to Janice and to Alex, so that way it will be more natural. And I like that because there will be no script. You guys can engage in the comment section, and we are all collaborating. I like this. I like this energy. I like all that all of us are learning from one another and getting to know each other as well. So that's my goal. And I really, really, really thank you, Alex, and Janice, especially Janice, and our viewers there for your time, for really like engaging and encouraging me to continue on my YouTube journey. So it's a very successful first segment for 2026. Thank you, Alex, for giving a blast on my channel, and thank you for the super chats as well. Do you have any last words for us before we end our interview with you?
You know, I'm reminded of Winston Churchill when he was asked to give a speech to a university that graduated college. And he said these simple words when they graduated: never, never, never quit.
Mm.
So,
That's my
narinig
answer.
niyo yun, guys. Never quit. Thank you,
Never,
Alex,
never
for
quit.
gracing your presence from Jenny.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, Jenny, for all the questions. Thank you for really making this one very interactive.
Yeah, putting your hands together, kneeling on your knees is a sign of humility. No
Yes.
wonder beyond blessed because you're humble enough to that you can buy can't buy praying, never quit. Yeah.
Alex, I'm not joking. I will replay this live stream. I wanted to really focus on hearing more of your, word of wisdom, encouragement, experience. The first beginning of our segment really throws me off. I was like, I have no idea. But that's why um, I was able to really, really believe that you're a good person. And like what I said, you're new in social media like this. You don't know who's fakers, but I know you have a good judgment about people. And thank you for really trusting me to share your life with us.
Oh,
That's
you're
big,
welcome.
very big for me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I learned a long time ago that you serve people. You lift them up instead
Mhm.
of putting them down. And so I'm here to serve you. And I hope I did that today. And I hope I served the audience by answering every single question. I never dodged any question, if you noticed tonight. I gave you
Mhm.
straight honesty.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Alex. We wanted to have a part two and part three, and maybe it will be more on a relationship kind of thing. They are more interested in that. So we'll see how it
Yeah.
goes.
Hans Nell
Everyone, thank
said,
you.
yeah, si Hans Nell may pahabol pa. I'm sorry, Sir Alec, that I wasn't able to hear everything you said, but I know you touched and inspired someone today. God bless. Hans Nell, mag-replay ka later.
Hansel,
Well, thank
this
you.
is worth replaying. I'm telling you. I would like to. take a cliff on this and then do it as a premiere, Alex, if you don't mind. So it's really, really a very one of my favorite segment on my YouTube channel because I like to hear, I love to hear about life, and I love to hear more encouragement because you never know, like the person who's on the live chat and even the three of us, you never know what we are encountering right now, what are our life's battle. But with the words of wisdom, the encouragement, the time that you're giving to one another, you're saving somebody else's time and soul. You never know that. But that's why I was like, okay, I like to hear those. I wanted to forget whatever, discomfort I have, maybe, or like problems. But with this, your time and your words kind of uplifted my spirit, and
Can
I
I?
guess some of us too have that felt the same thing.
I want to basically close with a story, if I can share a story with you. And it's something that I don't tell people very often. So there's only what, maybe 14 people in the room, give or take here. But I want them to understand me a little more. Okay. Is
Mm-hmm.
that okay?
Yes, go ahead.
When I was about 30 years old, there was a businessman I was dealing business with because I had my own business and stuff. He asked me to attend a retreat, and I didn't know what kind of retreat it was. It was basically 25 people who had lived a very traumatic life, things that shook them and it changed their personality as a result of the trauma that they received. So I went to this event. I didn't know what I was walking into. And we were encouraged to tell our stories, and we had to go around the room, right? There was 25 of us, and we didn't know each other. We just went to this retreat in the mountains and stuff. And we spent 3 days together, like 8 hours a day. At the end of the retreat, I didn't know this was going to happen. They were going to award a special T-shirt to the person who earned this honor. It was a blue shirt with the logo of a Superman in the middle, except it was a heart in the middle. It was basically like a super heart, super loving person. That was the award, right? And so as they went to the room and they told their story, I had no idea that I would move so many people and that all these people would cry because they would hear my story. And I remember this girl that was so distant from me. She was like 20 years old. Like she didn't want to talk to me. She had like I had a disease or something, and she just didn't want anything to do with me. By the time we were done, and 3 days later, she came and volunteered and insisted that she hug me. And another man who was a Purple Heart recipient in the war. He was a combat veteran, and he had received the Purple Heart. When he is around his friend, he is the hero. They admire him for what he did for his bravery. And I never forgot it. That man came to me and he said, I believe that you're much braver than I am. I could have never survived what you went through in your life. Now you're my hero. And I was so shocked to hear that from that man. And then he insisted that he hug me, and everybody in the room hugged me. And who they gave the shirt to? They actually gave it to me, to my shock. Okay, and I won this T-shirt of the most loving person in the room.
Oh.
I had no idea that that was going to happen. So what I'm saying to you is, I bear my soul to you that I am that man. Back then, I didn't change. I only grew and I only matured. I only expanded in my love. So my love goes out to you now. And so thank you for your time. And I've done my very best to give my heart to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. That is
Thanks.
sincerely received. And yes, God has the reason why we are all here. Amen to that. And thank you for touching and moving a lot of people's lives. Thank you so much for that, Alex. So, yeah, so I don't know how to thank you for everything, the time, the generosity, and just the word of wisdoms that you're sharing with us are truly inspiring. So thank you. And
Yeah.
yeah, Janice, if you have anything else to add on for that before Alex go down and
Yeah. So
rest.
thank you everyone. Everybody says thank you, Sir Alex. Thank you, Sir Alex, for sharing your life with us. There are many trials, challenges, your courage. God bless you from Glory Jane. Yeah,
But before
definitely. I definitely agree with you. Lift people, don't drag them down. See you around, Sir Alex. Yeah. So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
wait,
And
Ibski said, Alex, please take care of Janice. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Like that. But anyways, yeah, thank you, Alex. So I think we're just gonna be, hanging around for maybe 10 more minutes. You can go ahead, and I'm giving back your time. Thank you so much. I think I did the overtime for you, but I hope, yeah, you have the rest. You have the rest of the night. Enjoy the
Hey,
rest of your night.
to me, it only seemed like 30 minutes went by.
I know, but I like this. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I did it, and no need for a big plan, something like that. Spontaneous is a lot better.
pwede mo naman siya ate kung i-premiere mo, i-cut mo lang yung parang kagaya ng ginagawa. Actually, yung real interview in ano talaga, like television, mahaba naman talaga and then gonna cut it to short lang
Just
pag
shortcut it.
pinapalabas nila. Yeah. So,
Okay.
parang ano lang, you will find that yung parang
Get the
pinaka-best of
important,
best.
yeah,
Yeah, best
important
of
part.
best.
Okay,
Tapos
I'll do
yung
that.
ano niya, yung monitor niya ate, lagyan mo nung picture niya para mas maganda.
Okay. Yeah, she's teaching me how to edit the Premiere. Thanks, Alex. I hope that we'll hear from you again next time. God bless you.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. Salamat po.
You're
Once again,
welcome.
thank you so much, Foreigner in Asia, aka Santa Alex, and everybody. Thank you to Jeanette, Mary Joy, Hans Neil, Ivski, Jenny Don, Maria Cristina. Thank you to Evan. Thank you to Mark for coming, of course. Phil Mark. Thank you, Carol. Thank you for coming. And everybody, guys, who support. Of course, to my cousin, Jen. She's also watching. Thank you, Jen, for the support.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, thank you guys. So once again, this is Janice the Explorer. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Alex. Bye, everyone. God bless. Thanks for your time, everybody. You can take a rest now. Go back to
Yeah.
see Sally and say hi from Alex and Janice and Vesa.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye, Alex. Okay, I'll be here for a few more minutes, guys. Janice, maraming salamat ha.
Oo, ihi muna ako, ate.
Okay. So, guys,
Ihi
thank you,
muna ako kasi
Alex. You can, do you know how to leave or do you want me to remove you?
I guess I closed the app. I just
Okay.
closed the
No,
app, right?
no, I have an exit here for guest. I'll do that when you're ready. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Have a good night, Alex.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. O, di ba, guys? Ang sarap ng may ang sarap ng may kakwentuhan na may kasaysayan. Si Felmar. Felmar, you'll be next, right? Felmar, are you still there? Sana naman Tagalog ang susunod para hindi kami mahirapan. Felmar, can you grace our interview? I need someone at least once a month. Parang yun ang goal ko. Podcast na ba ang next? Oo, Carol, hanapan niyo ako ng mapo-podcast natin. Para magko-complete set na ako dito sa kwarto, 'di ba? May microphone, 'di ba? But I have a lot of plans. It just so happened that I wanted to like take advantage of Alex's time too. May mga flashcard pa nga akong ready, kaya lang hindi ko na yung bang parang ginagawa namin ni Janice, nabubunutin ko yung question, random questions and answers. May mga ganun pa akong plano, kaso this is really an impromptu segment. Pero maayos naman. I'm so happy. Kasi magaling yung special guest natin. Nakita niyo naman, very natural at saka talagang sincere yung answers niya. So sana nga talaga, 'di ba? Ang haba ng hair ni Janice, yun ang gusto ko pa kaninang i-comment eh. 'Di ba guys? Sana all. Ako na ngayon ang magsasana all. Dati si Janice yan. Pag kinuwentuhan mo, sasabihin niya, ate, sana all. Ngayon kami na ang nagsasana all ni Ibski eh. Sana all.
Sana
Maraming
all.
apam.
Ang hirap mamili.
Ang
Charot.
hirap ang haba ng hair. Paano maging Janice the Explorer na ngayon? 'Di ba? May ganun-ganun pa, guys. But
Ah,
Janice deserved this spotlight kasi Janice is not number one, hindi siya fake. So, baka gusto mo naman, Janice, ikaw naman ang i-on the spot ko next time, 'di ba? Interview.
Wag natin. Ayoko.
Ayaw
No.
ni Janice. Hindi, panghuli yan pag may jowa na yan saka. May
Kapag
gunting
ano
po
na,
ako
kapag
dito,
kapag
gustusin
kapag
natin.
nag-settle down na ako, pwede na ako magpa-interview.
Guys, pag namili na si Janice ng kanya magiging future, kasi alam mo minsan, ang lesson na ano ko sa buhay, hindi kaya gaano mo iplano ang buhay mo. Basta magdasal ka lang. Dasal mo, kung na-guide ka ni Lord, at hindi natin kahit anong iplano mo. Halimbawa, planuhin mo na makarating sa pupuntahan mo, kung may balakid na darating. Pero if you trust the
Kasi hindi ko
process,
naman ini-expect talaga na may ganyan. Para kasing walang talagang lalaking
I
ganyan.
know,
So
but
parang
it's hard. It's hard to say.
hindi pa rin ako
Right?
parang hindi ako makapaniwala. Parang hindi talaga. So hanggang ngayon parang meron
Yeah.
pa rin talaga sa mind ko na parang question mark.
Alam mo, ang kailangan mo talagang gawin is pag-pray mo talaga.
Lots if questions for Janice if ever.
I know, Jen, you have to be, you need to be there. You need to be here. Aakyat ka dito para samahan mo ako magtanong kay Janice. Ikaw ang co-host ko. But yeah, like what I said, Janice,
Ayan, Jen, ikaw na daw yung co-host niya.
yung mga plano mo sa buhay, ipagdasal mo, Janice. Ask the Lord for a
Uy, Maria,
sign.
wag mo nang banggitin dyan. Diyos ko. Talagang binanggit.
Oh,
Mamaya na
talagang
nakitengan yan.
talagang si MC talagang boto eh. No, but what I'm saying is sa lahat ng mga decision mo, Janice, I know it's tough, pero pagdasal mo, please. Ask the
Actually,
guidance of the Lord.
Mayro siguro medyo tough lang siya kung pag-uusapan yung pera. Kasi mostly ng people, talagang iniisip nila yung pera. So doon lang yung naging tough kasi mas mayaman siguro yung isa. Pero wag na natin
It's okay.
pag-usapan. It's not my
I know.
it's not my show.
Saka na, para namang ini-interview ko na rin si Janice. But anyways, guys, yung mga narito na nag-enjoy ba kayo? So, yan, galing-galingan natin. Malay mo, gawin natin Q&A itong mga segment na ganito sa mga susunod nating palaro. But,
Jen, ready ka na ba, Jen? Aalis kasi kami ni Jen ba?
oo nga, no, me money-minded. Ibski, saan ang punta nyo? Dito daw nag-marites, no?
We're going to the store and grocery because we just get back today here in Davao. So and also yung shower, it's broken, so we need balde. And then we need
Abo.
some stuff, we don't have either food, so Jen and I are going somewhere. So
Okay, well, enjoy. I'll catch up with you later. One of the chat
next
na lang.
interview gusto mo bang interviewin natin yung isa?
Oh, if he's game, why not? I don't mind.
Para naman fair.
I know, we can do that. Sa February para Valentine's Day.
Ako yung gagawa ng mga intense na question para sa kanya.
Ikaw ang gumawa ng question. So, yeah, Valentine's Day special, blind date natin. You never know. Oh my God. Kakaloka yan.
So,
okay.
yeah. American mans are or Filipino-American maybe yung ating mga guests. And then sunod naman mga girls naman.
Yeah, it's not like about just the guys. We can do either or. Alam mo, naiisip ko nga, guys, sa lahat kayo, hindi naman natin lahat na i-interview si Ate Lynn. Gusto ko ring interviewin si Ate Lynn kung papayag siya. Kasi
Gusto ko si Jenny doon ang interviewin natin sa girls sa sunod.
Oo nga, si Jenny. Okay. So parang, get to know each other, 'di ba? Dito, since tayo rin naman na nagtutulungan. You never know,
Pero
diba?
pero grabe yung natin yung first guest kasi big time.
Grabe ang tapos si Ibski susunod.
Uy, si ano mo ba, si Jen, sabi ni Jen, I enjoyed the show, my first time to watch live and first day on YouTube. Congratulations. Oo,
Oh,
first time ni
thank
Jen.
you. Oh,
Ay,
yeah,
oo,
Jen.
pwede pala si Jen interviewin natin. Ay, naku si Jen, marami ka rin matutunan sa life niya kasi very interesting at ano ba tawag doon? Basta hindi biro yung life ni Jen din. So maybe hindi, maybe one day or next year.
Okay, pag anuhan namin ni Janice, and si Janice tutulungan niya kasi ako yun talagang inas ko kay Janice. Sabi ko, Janice, tulungan mo kung maging active yung channel ko. But I want this kind of platform na nagkukwentuhan tayo at this we're learning from one another. And then, iba pa rin naman yung nag-share ka ng blessings, di ba? Iba pa rin yun. Tapos
Pero,
parang podcast na
tapos
hindi naman
ate,
podcast.
kasi nagto-talk show ako na ano na ako lang, di ba? Siguro this time, maggawa ka rin ng vertical live. Maganda kasi yung vertical live kasi recommended siya.
Ay,
Magsuot ka ng
oo.
something na title na ikaw lang mismo na hindi ako kasali. Yung wala akong
Oo.
i-interviewin. Parang
Oo.
maglalagay ka lang ng topic mo ng guys sa akin, di ba? Yung about kasi sa akin, mostly target talaga is mga AFAM talaga. So, ikaw
Yeah.
naman, kasi parang more on awareness, mas gusto ko yun na mag-vertical ka rin ate kahit paminsan-minsan.
I know, okay. So pag on my pag hindi scheduled, pwede ako mag-vertical, ganyan. So we'll
So
see.
ako naman, oo. Ako kasi, kung ako yung interviewin, masyadong mahaba. Saka, alam niyo naman, very emotional. Pero syempre, kahit na nasa public figure ako, guys, marami pa rin kayong hindi alam sa akin.
Oh, 'di ba? Meron na siyang heads up. So 'yun, abangan natin 'yan. 'Yan ang ating pinaka-pinale, yung pinaka-highlight sa ating
After 5 years, charot.
after a year mag-decide ka na, Janice, bilisan mo na. Oh, 'di ba? Bibilhan daw ako ng ticket, sasamahan ko daw siya pag-uwi sa Philippines. Oh my God, kailangan pa ba ng ate?
Paano pala, hindi, dapat pala tinanong natin kanina kung halimbawa na, paano kung gusto ko lang mag-isa habang buhay, hindi ako mag-aasawa? Makakapag-antay kaya siya or move on to the next? Ganun pala dapat yun.
Kaya nga, baka sa part ko na. Oh.
Kung ako po, Ma'am Besa, ano yan? Naniningil na ako. Ano, nanggigigil na ako, naniningil, ano ba?
Naniningil daw siya pag in-interview siya. Oh my goodness.
Ah,
Kailangan may talent P.
oo, si Alex pa nga ang nagbigay sa atin ng super chat. Instead na, di ba?
Ang mga i-interviewin ko dapat magsusuper chat. Ibski, manda ka. O siya, sige, palisin na natin si Janice. Thank you, guys. Alex, if you're there, thank you. God bless you. And God bless everyone, guys. Thank you for making this talagang special yung ating Simply Best first New Year's
Uy, Hans
episode.
Neil, gusto ko kasi enjoy yung life ko, no? Diba?
Hanap lang daw siya ng iba, Janice. Janice.
Okay, guys. Once
Bye!
again,
Thank
Janice the
you!
Explorer saying, let's spread love, not hate, but love, love, love. Bye-bye! God
Bye,
bless you and Happy
Janice.
Besta
Maraming
and Sympathy
salamat. Have a
Alex.
good one. Ingat kayo. Bye, guys. I love you all.